Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the IrishHotspur, and it's a game day. It's back in it, everybody. Back into the mess, back into the mixer, if that's the right way to use it in this in this time and form. But everybody, hopefully you're keeping well. Hopefully you have something, to get you some sort of encouragement, get you some sort of bravery for today. Because let's be honest, there is a huge opportunity today to grab something because the likes of Newcastle and Man United, of course, have played. Man United getting kind of humbled by Newcastle, which gives us an opportunity still in the top four race. I think no matter how really that result went, it gave us an opportunity to sort of push on. Seeing Chelsea sack their manager as well as drop points certainly helps us as well. Brighton and I think is Brentford dropping points, and the fact that they both just got a draw in a spectacular game helps us out. Liverpool also getting humbled definitely helps us. So Monday night, Goodison Park, Sean Dyche type team. It is going to be tough here. Certainly going to be tough. But I expect us, and at least I hope that we put in some type of performance that maybe, at least I was very stubbornly Conte in, but I just kind of want the players, if they felt like the way that Conte went about his sort of exit, maybe they try to prove him wrong. Maybe they try to sort of have some type of camaraderie here today where they do try to show what they're all about. They show that they can play a bit more on the front. And also, as well, they show that they are maybe more than what Conte kind of said they were, even though I kind of agree with a lot that he said. If they're able to prove him wrong, that means that we win these games. So hopefully, everybody, you kind of agree with me at least on that. But we're going to go through the lineups here quickly, and then I'm going to get to the chat with all you guys have to say, because I'm pretty sure there's a certain selection that a few of us, let's say, have plenty to talk about. Jordan Pickford is going to be in goals for Everton, by the way. Seamus Coleman is going to be playing at right back. They're going for like a 4-5-1. It looks like, of some kind. Michael Keane is in center back alongside Tarkovsky. It looks like Connor Cody somehow has been kind of dropped for some reason. Maybe he's not really preferred anymore by the looks of it. Ben Godfrey playing as a left back, I guess more of a defensive option there. Dwight McNeil playing as a left mid, which is kind of classic sort of Sean Dyche. I think he whips those balls in from the likes of the left flank. Has a really good sort of cross, Dwight McNeil. So that is kind of maybe a danger man for them. You have Onana, Idrissa Gana and Doucouré in midfield. That's probably where I think their strength is, actually, because they're all very hardworking midfielders. Elise Onana and Doucouré are very good at making sort of those surging, powerful runs, kind of box to box type players. But Onana, especially, I think, is a very intelligent player. I think he's very good. He has actually also a spectacular touch. He carries the ball a bit like a Moussa Dembele, I would say. So he's probably a bit of a danger man. He missed a really good chance, I remember, actually, to go like 1-0 up or whatever it was against us last time we played them. I think it was at home. Then you also have Iwobi, of course, the former Gooner. He's playing at right mid. And then they've gone for Damari Gray up top. So I've heard, I think that's maybe a bit of a better option for them of recent than going for Neil Mopai. And I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is kind of consistently injured, so you can't rely on him. Spurs have gone for the 3-4-3 still with Stellini. You have Kulusevski playing at right wing, Harry Kane, Sonny as the front three. You have Perisic there at left wing back with Højbjerg, Ollie Skip in midfield, and Pedro Porro, the postman, the Poronator, out at right wing back. I would say Perisic, this is one of the selections where maybe we could have gone with something else, but it would have probably meant that we would have gone with like a youth player. We would have gone with like a kid or something from the academy. So that is a huge risk. I would have pushed for it, but it's not really one of those decisions I'm really going to kind of grind down the manager for, or really Stellini and Mason, especially in their first game, especially away from home at Goodison Park. Maybe it is actually better to go with a cooler head like Perisic, but he has been a liability for us this season. And he also, I think, has been a bit of a detractor from Sonny as well. I think that is actually proving to be the case. You also have Clement Longley at left-sided center back. Him and Perisic have not been a good pairing for each other. I think both are not great defenders, but Longley is good on the ball. But again, I think they've been a bad pairing for each other, with Eric Dyer in the center of the back three, with then Romero as the right-sided center back. And I think Romero and Porro has had a great relationship thus far, and I think they'll continue probably to form a good relationship, but it's been the complete opposite with Longley and Perisic. And then the big decision here is Hugo Lloris coming back in for the likes of Fraser Forster after his injury. And instead of kind of going on my big spiel first, I'm going to kind of get to your guys' comments on that, because I know there are probably a few of you in here already, and I do want to say hello to all of you. Thank you very much, KPV. You have Dan Davenport and Disabled Team grabbing those fan show memberships, you absolute legends. Come on and have your say after the game, everybody. And Chris already in here saying, not pleased to see Lloris been put straight back in for Forster, but well done enough to keep he's not done well enough to keep his, Forrester has done well enough to keep his spot. I think he has done well enough to keep his spot, Chris. And one of the first things maybe I'll mention, and I'll probably kind of say these every now and again because I don't want to go into what probably could be similar to my 36-minute video or whatever that was, because anybody that do want to check that out in the time being, I did put out a very, very long video about why I do think Fraser Forster should keep his spot for the rest of the season. Why it would be a mistake, actually, to bring Hugo Lloris back in, no matter what manager it may be, no matter if it's an interim manager or even if it wasn't a new manager entirely. I think it just needed to be Fraser Forster for the rest of the season. And maybe the first reason I'll mention right here, Chris, is just the fact that with the ball at his feet, Hugo's just been such a liability for us this season. And maybe against a team like Everton, it might not mean as much because, of course, they're probably not going to press us too high. But the moment that we come up against Man United, Newcastle, these sort of Liverpool, these type teams, I think Hugo's going to again all of a sudden become a bit of a hindrance for us and become a liability. And that's one of the first things I'll bring up is that Fraser Forster for us has been kind of a godsend, at least in sort of the possession department. He's not even that special or even that great, I think, in possession, but he's that much better than Hugo Lloris that he's no longer making us a bit of a liability when we pass back to our goalkeeper. He's also able to make a first time pass, which Hugo just can't even do to save his life. But I completely agree, Chris. The disabled team Leeds fan wants us to get the result tonight. And King Hoddle, I completely agree. He's saying 100%, Chris. Fozzie should have never been dropped. And King Hoddle, I used your joke the other day. I mean, I think you know what it is about Hugo, like Hugo Sherbert's back in goal, but it really is, I think, the case that, I mean, he's lost that world class shot stopping ability as well. This is one of the other things I mentioned in my very, very long video that I do think Hugo is no longer the world class shot stopper that he once was. And that's kind of the thing that sort of has kept up his reputation, if I'm not mistaken, sort of at Spurs, is that maybe they've always known, at least us as a fan base, that he's not really that great with the ball at his feet. But he makes up for it with that world class shot stopping ability. And that's just not the case, I think, at all anymore. I just don't think that's the case. Dark Sun G, hopefully you're keeping well, my friend. Hopefully you're keeping well. Hopefully all is well with you, my friend. But it is good to have you back. Long international break. I think the likes of Korea looks like they did quite well with Jurgen Klinsmann. Sonny was banging him in with some free kicks and whatnot, and they were looking quite good, at least. I mean, I didn't really actually see any of your real results or anything, but it looked like Sonny was having a good time. So let me know how you're doing with Jurgen Klinsmann, the former U.S. men's national team manager, and also, of course, absolute legend that's here at Spurs, former striker. But you're saying here, really wanted Forster, but oh well, come on, you Spurs, let's win today. My father isn't too happy about Liverpool playing like amateurs versus City, which was absolutely amazing. Dark Sun G, it really does seem like the Liverpool or Liverpool, like you always say, and perfectly well said. I don't think they're coming back. Like, I don't think it is going to be that resurgence that everybody was talking about. And I did kind of laugh about it because I did sort of say, like, I don't really see any signs of them making this sort of climb that people were talking about. Like, maybe they've had games here and there where they've shown up, but that defense has looked just as leaky as ours, if you ask me, Dark Sun G. I find the Liverpool defense to be just as terrible as ours, if not even worse. We probably have even more goals on that. But Darks and G, I don't know. I find them to be, I find them actually to be rightfully so, kind of worse than Spurs, and that is a spectacular task to do, to be worse than us. And I feel like the outlad for you, Dark Sun G, he's going to continue to go through a season of misery, and I bet you're quite enjoying it, considering how dreadful our football has been. And maybe it can be turned around today against the mighty Everton, but Forster, I mean, being dropped definitely does not help Dark Sun G. Definitely does not help. And I'll bring in Dave for just a second, in just a second, I'll bring in Dave so he can say hello to you, Dark Sun G, as well. But I mean, like I said to you, and like I've said to plenty of people, I'm not a fan at all of this decision. And I kind of predicted this decision happening when it comes to the likes of Forster being dropped. And one of the many reasons that I have is the likes of the fact that Forster, of course, is so much better in possession, but also it really is just also the fact that I don't think Hugo is making those world class saves anymore. And that's kind of what got him the edge over other keepers. That's kind of what maybe even when you picked like 11s between two teams, you would say, well, he's world class shot stopper and everything. And it's like not really the case this season. You look at the mistakes he's made against the North in the North London Derby on both occasions. You look at the mistakes he's made against Aston Villa. You look at the mistakes he's made against Man City. It's just not been a season where Hugo's shown up either in the big games. And I don't want to like speculate further here, and maybe he can have a great game today and prove me wrong, but still, like it's scary to think that as well. He could be going against Man United, Liverpool, Newcastle, all these big games where they are going to press us high, and we might be a team where we're going to sort of find ourselves kind of with needing the goalkeeper to take on a bit of the possession, to take on a bit of the burden. And I'm just questioning whether Hugo can do it. I really don't think he can. He's never proven that he can. In fact, he's probably put us in more danger than he ever has, like got us out of danger. And like I said, the shot stopping just isn't there either. In that case, two darks on G. So I mean, I ranted on for about 37 minutes on it, and I could have ranted on for maybe an hour and a half on it. I just find him to be just on a variety of levels as well. Even just quickly, the captaincy. I just don't think he's shown to be a model captain or a model leader this season, and hasn't been accountable in the way that maybe a Sonny has. Like Sonny's been interviewed on a few occasions about his form, about how it hasn't gone well for him. He's been quite accountable. He's been quite also modest and just saying, listen, I'll put my hands up and say, maybe I could do this better, as well as, I'm learning and everything. He's just shown a bit more humbleness. He's shown a bit more, or humility, I should say. He's showing a bit more modesty and more accountability. Whereas Hugo, when he's been asked on his own failings, on his own sort of kind of mistakes this season, he kind of doubled down on it and kind of said, I actually don't see any mistakes at all in it. And it's just two different mentalities, two different characters. But Dave, we have you in here, and as well. I think you probably know I'm very upset about the dropping of Hugo Lloris. I did see it coming. Like I did put out a video about it for the purpose of it. But Dave, I just think it's a mistake. No matter who the manager is, I think it's a mistake.
Yeah, I was about to call Sonia and ask her to bring the resuscitation team home with her, Jacko, when I seen the starting lineup. Look, I don't agree with it whatsoever. I think it's poor. Yeah, people are going to make the excuse that he's captain. But at the end of the day, we need to change the captain at this football club anyway. So I don't get why bringing him back in. Let Everton, I guarantee you Sean Dyche has been working on set pieces all week long, knowing it's a huge weakness of ours. You got to reach in there tonight, they'll fancy putting that in and attacking it. And I am concerned by that. But also, Jack, something you've highlighted, the distribution with his feet. I think Fraser Forster is better with his feet, has a bit of a better range of a pass on him. Look, it'd be interesting to see whether we suffer from that tonight or not. But what I will say, Jack, and one thing I've been thinking about, look, obviously we have to wait for the game because you alluded to it in the pre-match build-up that the tactics might be a little bit different. But the reality is, Conte said before he left, Hugo was walking straight back in regardless of what Fraser done. We're still persisting with the same players in the same formation. So it doesn't seem to be too much change with Stellini, which I'm a bit disappointed about because it's a blank canvas for him to sort of do what he wants and put the team out there in his mold. But it doesn't look like anything's changed. It looks like he's just still copying from the same script, which is a bit of a concern for me, to be honest with you, Jack. But
Well,
like I
I
said,
didn't say that he was. I mean, I think he was going to make some. Sorry to cut across you, Dave. I did say I didn't think he was going to make drastic changes to like a 4-2-3-1 or anything. And also, I think he did allude to making some sort of tactical tweaks,
mm,
for every game now and again for the rest of the season. But he is also being brought in, and the reason he was picked, I think, was also to bring some normalcy back into the team, to sort of bring players back together. And maybe then that meant sort of bring Hugo back into the team, because I guess he's the captain, and I guess if you dropped Hugo, it caused further ruptures, causes further sort of kind of drama in the squad. And I guess that was also the cost of keeping someone like Mason and Stellini in, where you're kind of playing to the player's benefit, where someone like Hugo, who doesn't deserve it, gets put back in.
yeah. Yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, it doesn't really send out to a good message to people who actually have come in, played well, look to take their opportunity. It doesn't send out a good message whatsoever. Look, I'm of the opinion, Jack, you know me, I'm sort of with you on this. I think Hugo Lloris has declined. I think he is more or
Yeah.
less sort of finished, in my opinion. And I'm surprised to see him back in. I really am. I thought Stellini would have persisted with with Big Fraser. I really did. I don't think Fraser Forster has done too much to be dropped. That's my problem.
A lot of people seem to agree in the chat here. We got Vince Vega in the house. Good to see you, my friend, and always good to see you in the house whenever we're doing, these sort of watch alongs. Vince, you're a big supporter of it. Really do
Mm.
appreciate you, my friend. Daniel Larson in here as well, saying, "Big up, guys. Hugo in goal just means the club chooses the name over performance." So kind of what Sean has alluded to in the past, the
Mm.
meritocracy that doesn't exist actually at Spurs, where players who deserve their spot don't often get it because it is more about the name, it is more about the profile, what you've maybe done in the past, etc. He's completely right. And Daniel, it's upsetting. The disabled team says, if Lloris wasn't the captain, do you think he would come straight back in? I don't think he would. I think that's where it all also plays into, is the politics of not only dropping your first team keeper, that's already kind of dramatic enough, but then dropping your captain as well. It's something that I feel like a manager should be bold enough to do, because it should be quite obvious that we're better off without Hugo. Then at the same time, though, there's a lot of sort of player politics that go into it that I'm not obviously well aware of, as just an amateur myself. Like, I don't know, I can't say what it's like to make that sort of decision and the repercussions of it. But simple as, we are better off with Fraser Forster in goal than we are with Hugo.
Can I can I just add as well, just quickly, Jack? I'm also disappointed to see them persist with Perisic. And I know
Yeah.
people are going to say, Dave, who do you want them to play the injuries? I get it. But the reality is, we're persisting with a guy who's already told us he doesn't want to be here. And by him doing that, he's gonna cheat on his recovery runs. He's gonna cheat. He's gonna cut corners, and that becomes costly. For me, why not throw a youngster in there? Why not give a youngster a go rather than persist with a guy who doesn't want to be here? I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Dave. I'm completely with you. And as well, we have in here Mick Hermlock, Steve Pryor. Good to see you all. R Green is in the house saying, "Evening, Jack." Everyone in the chat, pick yourself up, R Green. And really do appreciate the support. Dark Sun G saying, "Hugo probably made us drop at least 12 points." I actually said, Dark Sun G, I would go as far as just simple as, no debate, no discussion necessary, 9 points. He's definitely cost us both North London derbies.
Yeah.
Definitely the second one. Absolutely the second one. I don't think there's any debate about it. And then the first one, I mean, let's be honest, we find ourselves 1-1 at halftime. He lets in that goal, which Christian Romero just tapped right easy to him, and you just somehow let it go underneath him. I don't know how he did it. You look at Man City as well, where we find ourselves 2-0 up, Dark Sun G, two Hugo Lloris goals. Two Hugo Lloris mistakes kind of lead to them coming back. Also, as well, you look at the likes of Aston Villa. We're 0-0 with Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz shoots it from like 50 yards, should be an easy save, ends up not being, and they go 1-0 up and end up winning the game away from home. For us, it's just I could go on, Darks and G, but I'm with you. 12 points, probably at least if I want to go further, but I don't need to. I think that's 9 points, just easily explained, no debate necessary. Pick yourself up. King Hoddle's in the house. Good to see you, King Hoddle, saying exactly player power ruling the roost. Yeah, completely agree. Good to see you. Kula Sexy Football as well. A Dark Sun G with another super chat says, Son played well for Korea. Shows Conte misused him. I was asking him, how the international break kind of went for South Korea, knowing Jurgen Klinsmann is also the new manager over there, actually, at South Korea, Dave. But yeah, I think Sonny looked like he had a good time. But do you feel like Sonny's going to be given a different role today, Dave? Maybe
No,
different instructions. Like maybe he might not be asked to receive the ball with his back to goal as much. Maybe he might be, asked to move a bit more centrally from time to time, running behind, etc.
look, we play on the front foot. We play the way everyone wants us to play. Some will naturally play higher up the pitch. You don't keep the ball, Son's naturally going to play on the halfway line. It's the way it is. It dictates, it dictates on how everyone else around him plays. To be honest with you, for me, Jacko, I wouldn't go as far as saying Conte mismanaged him. You got to remember the guy won a Golden Boot last season and scored the majority of his goals from that season under Antonio Conte. What I would say is you've had serious issues down that left hand side all season. Left side is centre back, left wing back, and of course Sonny. And I would say maybe Sonny is I would say that's where your problem is with Sonny. When you look at it, there's no link up with Perisic, as there is with Kulu and that right wing back, whoever plays there, whether it's Emerson or Porro. You don't have that with Son and Perisic, and I think that's where the problem comes from. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, I think it's a problem of that whole left hand side.
Yeah. I think It's disaster right now, where it's asking for trouble. Longley, I think, has been a liability. You look at Perisic, has been a liability down that side, and we're asking for it. We'll see how it goes. Mia's in the house. Good to see you, Mia, as well as Lisa. Big up, Jack. Good afternoon in the chat. Big yourself up, Lisa. Mia W saying big up, great chat, great chat. Big up, everybody. Great chat earlier, by the way. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up, Mia. Hopefully you're keeping well.
Come on,
And
Spurs.
Mia, let me know any bold predictions you may have in the chat as well. I'll feel free to put them up on screen. Ken T says I can see us getting way overrun in midfield. Onana, very hardworking midfielder. You got Doucouré as well, kind of both box to box kind of midfielders, I would say. Idrissa Gueye has always been very hardworking, kind of as a sort of midfield destroyer. It is, I think, where their kind of strength is. If you were to look at any strength that Everton do have, I do feel like it is more kind of in the midfield. I completely agree. Welsh Gal's in the house. Good to see you, Welsh Gal. Hopefully you're keeping well. She says, Stellini, shake things up and take the game to them. Scared of the low block. Hashtag Harris Army. I'm scared of maybe this Sean Dyche defense. Like, will it be kind of a bit too stubborn for us, Welsh Gal? I know you're a fan of his sort of tactics. I know you kind of like how he sort of goes about things. So let me know, Welsh Gal. Dark Sun G with another super chat says Forster was unlucky for 90% of the goals he left in. Sad. I mean, just quickly, Dark Sun G, I just think for me personally, it doesn't even matter like some of the goals that Forrester has let in, whether you even think they're mistakes or not. The mistakes that Hugo has made in some of the bigger high profile games have been just as bad, if not worse, than the ones that Forster has made. I think simple as. But then also, Forster has not cost us goals from just, moments where we've been under no trouble, whatever. Like there have been times when Hugo has cost us goals, like when he's in possession and there's nobody on him, he's just kind of relaxing on the ball, and he somehow in that moment still finds a way to put us under pressure. And we know Forster doesn't do that. At least that's where I'm coming at it from. Pick yourself up. We're going to add Sean in here in just a second, but Dermot here with the super chat. Pick yourself up too, Bobby K. Good to see you, as well as Dan Davenport.
Just quickly before you get onto that, Jack, of a few member chats, we'll just do them before we lose them. Bobby Cape, member for 13 months, flat cap member, says, big up David, Jack, and chat. Hope you're all well. Big up, Bobby Cape. We're all good, brother. I do owe you a phone call, by the way. I do owe you a phone call. You will get that this week, my man. Hopefully you and the two young lads are good, and hopefully the young lads are doing well at the football still, my man. Welsh Gal member, and by the way, Dermot, pick yourself up. I didn't say earlier on, hopefully you and Dermot are well. Don't know whether you heard me. Welsh Gal says, Welsh Gal member for 13 months, fan show membership. She says, the only place to be on game day. Big up, lads.
Thank
Support
you.
this fabulous channel. Come on, you Spurs. Hashtag Harris Army. Hashtag the IPA Army. Big up,
Come
lads.
on, the IPA Army.
What's the choice? What's the choice? And then we've got Brandon Troller as well, member for 1 month, fan show. He says, don't care what happens, so long as we make a sub or two before the 89th minute. Give Danjuma, Sarr, even Alfie the fighting chance. Please, no Conte 2.0. Well, right now it's looking like Conte 2.0, but let's wait and see what the tactics are in the game, because it could be completely different. Maybe he's just got a different idea of the tactics, my man, a different way of playing. As for Sarr, I'd love to see the guy get a good run out tonight. I think I want to see what he can do up against the midfield of Everton's that work hard, can handle themselves physically as well. Big up, Brandon. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir. And then we've got Hennessy, member for 5 months, says, evening, gents. Even if this doesn't go well, our hope will eventually destroy the hiding rot in our beloved club. Come on, Tottenham. Big up, Jack and Dave. Look, we're all going to ride it out to the end of the season, regardless whether we're pissed off with the club, unhappy, or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going to ride it out to the end of the season. Let's just wait and see what happens, Hennessy. Let's wait and see what happens. It's going to be hard to get top four. Win tonight, we're in charge. I'm just waiting and see, my man. Big up, Hennessy. Legend. Over to you, Jacko.
And as well, we have a big super chat here from Dermatron here, Dave. Dermatron says, hey, lads, hope you have a great show today. Having a chill out night with the missus. Be back next week to talk all things Spurs again. Thank you for all the kind messages and support. The Harris and Flat Cap Army are the best. Dermot, just quickly for me, my man, you got my voice note. I absolutely love you, brother. And whatever time you need, I think you should take. You deserve it. And also as well, do remember, like I've said, dude, remember to take care of yourself as well, because you're very good about taking care of others, but remember to take care of yourself.
Legend, Dermatron. Legend, bro. I hope you're okay, my man. Best wishes to everyone in your family, the Dermatron family.
Legend, Dermatron. Honestly, hopefully you and Derval are keeping well. Like Jack said, constantly making sure others are all right. Make sure you're all right as well, brother. I'll give you a phone call later on tonight, early tomorrow. Big up.
And then Dark Sun G says
Likewise.
Lloris plus Perisic is a very problematic backline. Leaky. It feels like, Sean, for you, would you say those are the two decisions that maybe could have been done differently? The Lloris and Perisic one.
Hi Jack. Yeah, good to be back, mate.
Good.
I don't
Yeah, good
know,
to be
but I
back.
don't know about the Perisic. I don't know. We were speaking about that on the We Are Tottenham thing. I don't really know if there's another angle that you could have gone with. Needs must in that one. I went gangbusters and called out. I was like, listen, I was Conte out, and if Conte made this decision, I'd be absolutely fuming. Stellini's made the decision to bring in Hugo Lloris. But you know what? What's a beautiful thing about having a strong opinion is that I would love to be made wrong on this one. This is because if I'm wrong, it's because he's had a worldie, right? I would love to be wrong. I would love to say, you know what? Like Hugo's come and stepped up and done his job, which means that he's kept out an absolute, surefire goal. So I'm happy to be wrong if it means that Tottenham win the 3 points. But for me personally, I think it's an absolute disgrace that the club think it's okay to drop a guy in Foster who has done very little wrong. He's got stronger and stronger and stronger. And Hugo, it would be different if Hugo Lloris was like a Harry Kane, the Harry Kane equivalent, but he isn't. He's had a terrible season. So I feel really bad for Fraser Foster tonight. He doesn't deserve to be out of the 11.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And as well, Kay saying, Jack, what's good? Time for Mason Elite Ball or Mason Ellie Ball to Mason Stelly Ball to get us top 4. You may have remembered me commenting that against City. Big up all the Yanks and the Irish. Come on, you. Flat Cap Army, come on, you Spurs. Big yourself up, Kay. Really do appreciate it, my friend. Good man. And then the Truth Sets Free has also donated a subscription. I got to sort out the as well. Big yourself up, Daniel Larson, Jason Bell. Dave, do you mind reading out those for me, please?
Mark has been gifted the membership from Truth Sets You Free. Mark, make sure you use it. Truth Sets You Free is doing, the Lord's work out there, gifting the memberships to everyone so everyone could get on and have their say. Big up Truth Sets You Free. Daniel Larson, a member for 11 months, nearly 1 whole year. Another 8 or 9, or actually another 7, and you can outlast Conte's service, Daniel Larson. Big yourself up. He says, almost a year being a member, first of many. Big up, Daniel. Absolutely love that. We always enjoy your input on the fan shows. Make sure you keep getting on, sir. And then we also have Jason Bell, member for 8 months.
Yeah, I'm mine. Yeah, go ahead, John.
He says, big up, lads. Dave, usually when you do the pre-match pump-up, I tune into the match expecting us to win 4-0. Not feeling it today. Look, I get it. I absolutely get it. I don't think many people are. Me personally, I think we're going to scrape this if we're lucky. But
we're going to be fine, mate. We're going to be absolutely fine. Don't worry about that.
I could be completely wrong, Jason. I hope we don't. Look, I'll be honest. I hope we go on and smash every team. I want top 4. I want to finish as high as we possibly can. I want 3rd, But it's a big ask at what's sort of gone on over the last couple of weeks. Let's wait and see. That's where I'm at with it, Jason.
Oh,
get the win though, my man. Big yourself up, sir.
What's the what time are you guys on? I haven't got the link.
I don't know. Like NBC Sports isn't working for me for some reason.
Oh my god, I'm on 1 minute and Hugo.
Just bear with us, everyone. Just bear with us.
All right, Godfrey's just poked Decky in the eye, so there's a bit of a breather. But inside a minute, the ball gets passed back to Lloris. And he looks fucking shaky with the clearance.
Does he look like he's about to enter the beaches of Normandy?
It was okay. It was okay. He didn't make a mess of it, but he stuck sort of like, oh, which foot do I hit it with? Oh no, we're back to that.
Oh god, disaster.
So you haven't got a link. You haven't got a link right now.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah, just keep commenting, Sean. I'm gonna retry it all over, so it'll take me a second.
So we're at 1 minute 25. Go on.
Daxon G with a super chat. He says, if that 2-kilometer run before matches is true, we should be in full force because Conte left. I really hope we win today so we can end in 3rd this season. It's absolutely true. He done it at Inter Milan as well, where the players ran the same before every game. I'm not sure what the thinking or the method is behind it. It is a bit excessive, Dark Sun G. But look, let's make
it's a bit of break for Everton. Oh, it's gone left. Tomorrow, great top. Look! Oh no, it's okay. He's over the top. That was good football from Everton. It was good football from Everton. Tamari Gray from top locker stuff. That was a Sunny style. Everton,
you scared me there.
Tottenham got beaten up easily in the midfield there. Dukari moves away from the ball, gives it out to Iwobi, pushes it back across to the left-hand side, and Damari Gray inside the box takes a little Sunny style one touch to the right, but he lifts it over the top. I think Hugo would have been there okay if he was there. Here we go. Hugo, get pressure, get rid of it. Oh no, what is that? That's okay. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ, what are you doing? We're back to the same old shit.
Have to watch these opening minutes, Sean.
We're back to the same old fucking shit. Doing the bollocks of the three at the back. We get a goal kick, we pass it round, and then I'll end up with Hugo Lloris panicking and sending the ball out of touch. For fuck's sake, Everton got the best of the opening 90 seconds or 200 seconds here.
It's not good. Do you reckon Hugo has an unstable sort of effect on the team as captain, Sean? That maybe the team realise there's any mistakes in him?
Yeah, I'm not confident. Becky win that. Oh, it's all Everton. They're just dominating the midfield. The big boys, the big midfielders and the big centre backs of Everton are just taking over. Tottenham are. This is not the start we were looking for. Not the start at all. Long ball for Everton. Okay, come on, Hugo, to pick it up. Okay, Hugo can balance. Take a breather. Work it out. Jack, how you doing with the timer?
I'm trying my best. I'm trying to get the game. Like, for some reason, it wasn't working for me on NBC Sports.
Is it on Peacock?
Here we go, Sonny.
NBC.
Let's go, Sonny. Got a chance here. One touch. He puts in. Is that Perisic? We got Perisic wins the free kick, wins the throw in. It's our ball. Tottenham ball. Oh no, he's giving it. Oh, he has given it to Tottenham. Good boy. Come on. Let's go, Perry. Let's go, Perry. Do one more time for Tottenham, my man. Throw into Tottenham on the edge of the 18-yard box. Perisic. For anyone that's watching, we're on the 4-minute counter right now. The throw-in goes back towards Longley. Lovely ball from Longley across the back towards Romero. Looks short towards Ollie Skip. We decide to play it around the back again. This is what it's going to be like, I feel.
Lovely.
Everton in a solid 5-4-1. Right-hand side. Oh, it's lovely to Pedro Porro, who's onside. Cross it across the middle. Oh, what a save from Pickford. Oh, that's onside as well. Pedro Porro. Lovely little run from Pedro Porro. What a delicious ball. Oh, I think he was offside, but the ref didn't give it anyway. Doesn't matter. But Pedro Porro fires it across the box. And if Jordan Pickford doesn't get his foot down to that, then guess who was at the back post? Harry Kane.
Classic.
This is it. Tottenham are starting to pick the ball up now. Okay, lovely jubbly. Eric Dyer on the halfway line. Looks forward. Looks left towards... It's a terrible ball. Towards Sonny. No chance. Pedro Porro with the start. Come on, Pedo.
I love that guy. I
like him as well.
Do you see his response to Tim Sherwood's criticism?
Yeah. He said something.
In prison, I'd run it.
I love that. Here we go again, Tottenham. This time, they fall outside towards his Perisic. Perisic looks back. Oh, he slowed down there. Slowed us down, mate. You could have gone. Take the man on, Perisic. Take the man on. Here's Romero this time. Well inside the Everton half. Damari Gray tries to pick his pocket. Romero pulls it back. Oh, it's a delicious ball there from Eric Dyer out to left-hand side. Perisic's ball, back post. Oh, it's there for Decky. Oh, it's just over his head. It's just over his head. Tottenham looking better now. Last couple of minutes, Tottenham had all the possession, but now Everton can break. Decky steps in. Oh, it's Højbjerg, rather. Højbjerg steps in and does an absolute brilliant job and draws the foul. Come on, Tottenham! I don't like this, guys. I don't like commentating by myself in front of you two and other people.
You're making me nervous listening to the commentary.
Sorry.
No, I love it.
The problem is my Sky TV is like worse than standard definition. Like it's like playing Guess Who, the old board game.
Love it. Truth Sets You Free is gifted Gary Blogs a membership. Big up, Truth. Gary Blogs, make sure you use that. Big up, Truth Sets You Free. Everyone give Truth Sets You Free a big thank you if you received a membership on him. Shawnee, some people are asking what minute we're on.
6 minutes and 44 seconds. Oh, let's Jack. You up now?
I'm
Jack?
pulling it up here. I'm trying now to do it the original way that we do it. I'm gonna have to abandon, so I'm gonna try my best here. But I'm on 6:40 now, Sean.
Okay, I'll press pause. Okay.
And where are you pausing on?
I'm pausing on 6:57. So tell me when you're on 6:57.
Okay. I'm on 6:50 now. 6:51. 652, 653, 655, 656, 57.
So we're just seeing a picture of Porro smash the ball across and Pickford save, right? Seen that?
Yeah, exactly.
Porro's face right now. Porro's beautiful, good looking.
Yeah, I'm looking at Porro's beautiful face right now.
Yeah.
Now Harry Kane's.
Okay. Oh, you're a second behind me. All right, I'll press it. Perfect. That's it, Eric Dyer. Well done. Win that ball. Good son. Good boy. Here we go. Everton pushing down the left-hand side. Get there, Pedro Porro. Well done. Was that Decky? Saved that. Well done, Decky. Take it. Nutmegs everybody. Nutmegs the referee as well, it looked like. Oh, he's going for him.
An animal, Decky.
It looked like Decky just nutmegged 2 players, including the ref.
Oh, he's an animal.
It was delicious.
Might be a bit. Try this for now, Dave, while I sort other things out.
Yeah, no worries.
Go on, Sonny. Sonny looks inside towards Højbjerg. Oh, that's Longley. No, it was Højbjerg. Here's Romero. Romero to Porro outside Tottenham's box. Højbjerg plays it forward towards Decky. It's good football. Go on, Højbjerg. Oh, he smashes it past. Oh, it's a lazy pass. He's not got enough zip on it for Sonny.
Good play. Good. Who's that? Tarkowski. Good interception.
Yeah, it's a good play from Tarkowski. Yeah.
Wait. Oh no.
Here's Damari Gray.
Dwight McNeil here.
Oh, look at that from Romero.
Who's that? Romero.
Romero. So we're on 8 minutes and 17 seconds, everybody, if you're trying to get synced with us.
Harry Kane with the switch of the ball.
Oh, it's a lovely ball. Pedro, that's it. Oh, no.
Oh,
Don't miss your man. Don't leave the man behind.
I love Porro. I have a feeling I'm going to love this guy.
Same, Dave. Same. I feel like I'm going to love this guy as well. Porro and Decky next season.
Oh.
And Romero. Our right-hand side should be complete. Now we just need
a left-hand side.
We just need a left-hand side to compete. Here we go. Let's go, Ollie Skip.
Oh, Skippy here. Play man.
He's overstepped it. Chance. Oh, chance. Oh, no. Is that a handball, though, from the Everton
Somebody should
defender?
have scored there. Somebody at least.
Jesus Christ, how have we not scored?
I think that's a handball from the Everton defender. Look at Ollie Skip here. He takes it to 1 step too far. This last step of his was a little bit too heavy. And Tarkowski comes in. That's off his hand, is it not? Or is it off his chest?
No. Oh, no. No, Penno. Oh, anyway, you don't know what they're going to give nowadays, do you?
No, you really don't.
How have we not scored there? Jesus Christ.
It's a shame from Ollie Skip. He just, that last little touch was a little bit too hard. And what a challenge. I think it was Tarkowski who comes across and just absolutely fucking slams him. The brilliant tackle.
I'd have him if everything go down. Better than what we got.
Do you know what? It doesn't matter which 3 teams go down. There's players in any one of those relegation candidates that would improve us. You look at Southampton, there's players that would improve us. And they're definitely going down. Oh, Charles Everton!
Oh, no!
That's too bloody easy. Where's the centre back? Fuck me. It's literally in the centre of the goal. Where's the centre back? Where is he?
Was that Godfrey? Who was that? Number 5. Is this Godfrey?
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God.
No, it was number 5. It's Keane. Jesus
Christ.
Oh, we're doing this bullshit. Pass it around the fucking back. Just get rid of it.
We shouldn't be doing that with Hugo back there as well.
Jesus
Pedro
Christ,
sends it long.
It's
a dangerous one.
Again. Win it. Well done, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. That was delicious.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Win. Great win. Turn.
I need to see a nutmeg.
He did the double nuts a minute ago.
I'm raging. I missed that. I need to see one. I love that guy. Come on, keep it moving. You owe me today. Do not let me down. If you do, I'll be over. I'm like a debt collector. Skippy. Out to Romero. Romero to Kulu. Go on, get turned.
Oh, it's good football. Nice. It's good football.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at Pedro Porro with the back heel. The unnecessary back heel.
It's just the way he moves the ball. It's the way he moves it. Honestly, I felt a twinge downstairs.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on it. Yeah, that pain in my left bollock is blue ball rather than something more serious.
Come on, move it. Oh, what is that? Jesus Christ, find that ball.
Oh, don't do that header. What's that long lay?
Hi.
You got time?
Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, it's a little bit zippy.
Oh, Harry.
He's asking a lot there.
Oh, Nana here. Over the top.
Way. Right, calm it down, Hugo.
I'd take Onana. Zoe's saying I would take Onana.
I would
all
absolutely
day
take him.
long. All
I think
day
he has
long.
a beautiful. He runs with the ball almost like Musa Dembele does at times.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
We're seeing more of the same. The only thing we're not seeing is Kane dropping as well. Son's still dropping in.
I'd take Onana. I'd take Palhinha from Fulham. I think he's one of my favourite players at the moment. I think he's absolutely sensational. There's so many good players in the Premier League. Every team's got some better players than we've got. You know?
Ref, pull out the yellow. Stop on the counter.
Here, Dave, new link in for the private chat for you, please.
Okay, awesome.
I might try it as well. See what we're working with here. Is me watching it as well going to slow it down?
Jacko,
No, it shouldn't be.
That new link is just watching you, Jacko.
Oh, what a ball! Let's go, Sonny.
Sonny, cuts inside.
Oh,
corner kick, gotta be.
Nope.
How's that goal kick? Jesus Christ!
Oh dear.
6 goals, 4 assists in his last 26 games. True calling me the repo man. Love that. Love that, my lad. Long ball.
Win that, Højbjerg. Okay, not bad. Let's go. Oh, Skippy, come on, mate. Be calm, mate. Be fucking posed.
What's he doing?
Going for a back pass. Ooh, yeah.
Come on, Kane, more pressure. Put it on T-Rex arms.
Don't let him out. Don't let him out. Ugh.
Well done. Who's that? Longley. Longley in the air there.
Well won. Well won. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go, Tottenham.
Højbjerg.
Oh, beautiful out of Powerinator.
Come on, Pozza.
UK-wide deliveries, Monday to Friday. Come on, Kulu.
Oh,
Nice
lovely.
skip.
Oh, it's too hard. It's too
God,
hard.
he really fired that into him.
I thought you flicked it into Kulu there for a minute.
Lovely turn, Pierre.
Let's go. Get turned. Well done. Our passes are a bit...
Yeah, passes are a bit
they're
loose.
aggressive, which I like the aggression, but the first touch on the reception's hard. You need to have a soft touch, like Dove moisturizer. You know?
Yeah. Good moisturizer, though.
It's a good moisturizer. It's very nice shower gel.
Powerinator into Skip. Skippy back to Dyer. Come on, Moonhead. Stop pointing and move the ball. Well done. That's better.
That's a lovely
Great
ball again.
Let's
go, Pero. Good
ball!
ball!
Oh!
Yes! Oh, it's such a good chance! What happened there? Free header for Kane! Oh, he hasn't got a new haircut, Dave. That doesn't look like a fresh haircut to me.
No, it's not fresh, lad. It looks rushed as well. He looks like he rushed his hair today. Must have been held up.
It's a lovely ball. It's a delicious ball.
Great ball.
He's got free header. Oh, slightly behind him.
Target. He's got to be hitting the target.
Oh, that's a delicious ball.
What a ball.
He's got to be doing better there, Harry.
That's what we were talking about. The early goal. You get the early goal, and the game is going to be interesting. That's what we needed there. 15 minutes.
Oh, come on, Tottenham. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting close.
Hugo.
It's coming.
Harry Kane's got another goal, another record that he can create today. Most headed goals for Tottenham.
I mean, it's like they're inventing records now at this point.
It will be.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Jesus
skins
Christ.
past.
Well done. Who was that? Eric Dyer. Well done.
That was a good hit.
Dyer's
God, he
been
skinned
okay.
past us right there. Oh, Onana sprays it out wide to Iwobi here.
Good ball. Just close him down.
Time.
Let go. Barrow. Oh, go on. You've got him. Gaye. All the way out to Decore on to Dwight McNeil.
Big up, Rob Wallace. Good to see you, my friend.
Big up, Rob. Great to see you, brother. It's got all the way out wide here to Coleman. Can we get pressure on the ball? No, zero pressure. We're just looking. Oh, my God, that was a shit pass, and he still gets on the end of it. Oh, well done. Good defending. Solid. Oh, go on, back in it. Oh, that's a free out, ref. Oh, jeez, the lino's being paid. He's corrupt. He's been corrupted. Come on, Coleman, get on with it. Jesus. Sonny, trying to chase it. Skip getting out there now. Everything just passing around.
Oh, get out, ball. Get out.
Well done.
Good
That
recovery.
long leg?
Long leg.
Well done, long leg.
It's too easy down. It's too easy to play down there. Way too easy. It's offside anyway. Good.
Perisic with the frosted tips. What do we think, boys?
I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm not
Once
sure.
you're over the age of like 31, I don't think you should be having any kind of hair dye.
If he stopped caring about Spurs, I mean, that would be the sign. You start, dyeing the, the hair that way.
31 though, you're 31. It's not okay, really. Like, I don't even know who in what other world you would think that that's okay. It's not okay. If I turn up to work tomorrow with tips, I'm my own boss, and I still would fire myself.
Tottenham back on the ball here. Romero, move it. Well done. Good ball into Cindy Sauce.
Oh, that's delicious.
Godfrey, sketchy back pass.
Love that. Love that. Win that one, Pedro. Let's see your area ability. Oh, what's good?
What a touch.
Oh, it's lovely.
Kulu.
It's delicious. Watch
Kulu,
your back.
man
Watch your
on.
back. Man on.
Oh, that was just naughty by Poirot. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what a touch.
Look at that from Pickford. You're worse than Hugo.
Honestly, what a touch. Oh, my God.
If we sign Jordan Pickford in the summer, I won't be happy. I'm not sure how I'm going to react, but
I don't want to mind her.
he's not my guy.
I am. I am. But honestly, it's like Poirot's wearing Velcro boots and we're playing with a Velcro ball. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, he looks great, doesn't he? He's superb. I'm a big fan.
Jesus Christ. I mean, you're thinking, look, bit small. He's not going to win the header. He just holds him off and
yeah, well, and that's
like shooting crows down with a pellet gun. It's ridiculous.
Let's go, and that's a wonderful thing to see, actually, Dave, because it's reassuring. But let's go, Perry.
Good ball. Should get a good ball.
Let's get him some back post.
Oh,
how is he?
Who's done that?
Dwight McNeil. Oh, I thought Porro had scored.
What a
I thought he had scored there.
Jesus, Porro was about to bury that.
Sorry, but I love Porro's delayed run at the back post.
Oh, he was
yeah.
well in. He was going to score.
Well in. Look at Perry with the frosted tips. Oh, Porro.
That is unbelievable defending.
It's an absolute key hair away from touching Porro.
That is unbelievable.
I love Pedro Porro.
That's fantastic defending from Dwight McNeil.
Pedro Porro loves me.
Stop. Don't get jealous. That's a good delivery. Go on.
Oh, well done, Porro.
Oh.
Romero.
All the time in the world.
Rushed.
You want
Get there.
Here you go.
Oh, he's all the time. He just launches it. Oh,
Nicely done.
Oh,
all right. There you go. Perisic. Why?
Oh, well done. Well done, Kulu. Sorry, Salzburg has it. Zinedine.
Come on, Zizou. Come on, Zizou.
The Porro Monday to Friday deliveries only.
24-hour on request.
Oh, Longley. That's poor.
Yeah, that's shit by Longley.
Get your
Skippy all over Damari Gray. That's ours. Ugh.
True sets, your free sets. Pickford is a clown. Elaine Bradenhoff says, colouring your hair is totally fine.
Who says that? Who says that?
Elaine Bradford or Elaine Bredahoft.
Elaine is a lady, is she? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Elaine, it's absolutely fine for you. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine for men as well who are below the age of 30. After 31, I feel like you have to have a word with yourself. Unless you've got grey and you're trying to go back to the just for men stuff, then maybe that's different as well. But frosted tips after 30. No,
Tarkovsky wins it.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Get rid,
What
Hugo.
are you doing?
Oh
God's
my
sake.
God, this is a calamity.
Another fucking calamity was about to happen.
Oh.
Another calamity was
How
about
is
to happen.
Hugo not able to gather that and just relieve the
This is
pressure?
what I'm saying, though. He did this against Frankfurt and as well as against Man City. He goes out, and if you're going to abandon your goal, you better win it.
How is he winning that? Fuck me.
Tarkovsky
Win
just
the
wins
fucking
every header.
ball! Come on! Don't get
Ray
turned
skins
there!
past Longley.
Oh,
No,
I see it.
Perisic. You almost brought him down.
How many times is Longley going to get turned in a fucking game?
Oh, well done, Harry, sir.
Jesus Christ, that's too easy.
He's been turned more than times. I'm trying to think if I didn't have an analogy.
Book him for diving, the little shitbag.
Sorry, but Longley is. I love it. I'm sorry to say it because I backed him in the summer, but he cannot defend against people running at him. It's embarrassing.
Not worth the 14 million that we're looking to pay, Shawnee.
No, 100% no. 100% no. No, definitely not. Definitely not. I take my chances with someone in the.
Oh, Seamus Coleman, back post. Get rid.
Jesus, that's shocking. Close
No.
it. No. Oh,
Fucking hell.
They're all over us.
We cannot get out. Someone just needs to grow a set of cojones, grab that ball, and bloody hold on to it for a minute.
Dyer gets lucky there, hits the back of his head. He's turned his back again. He's hit the back of his head.
Jesus Christ, why is he turning his back? It's like he's on the fucking waltzer.
He's scared. He's scared of the ball hitting him in the face. I mean, we all are. Correct.
I don't even know. I think ball in here.
No. That's better from you.
Thank you, Hugo.
Well done, Hugo.
Come on,
Well
hold on to it. Everyone else
Jesus.
Sir!
Oh my God. How's he not giving that? It's blatant.
Decoure.
Come on, Sonny, step in. Well done.
Well done. Second ball, Harry. Second ball.
Win it. You gotta be fucking second ball busy. Second ball busy. You're all scared of the. What the fuck is that, Ollie Skip?
Perisic.
Yes. Kulu, time. You got Sonny and Kane. Time.
Let's break.
Well done,
Kane. Harry. Well done, Harry. Now break fast.
Well done. That's how you do it. That's just
well done, Harry.
So this is a good game of football.
It's a bit more entertaining than what we're used to seeing.
It's a good game. Fuck you! Oh, fuck you!
You can see them way too many efforts on our goal for my liking. It's fucking horrible. Our defense is absolutely horrific. I hate watching it. I can't stand it.
Longley for 13 million quid isn't worth it for me. It's not worth it. Like, why are we making that decision now? First and foremost, who's behind that decision? Was that the last decision that Paratici made before he went on gardening leave?
Nope.
What's happened? Who's making that decision is a problem. I don't think Longley's the right guy. I don't think he's the right guy for us. Do you, Dave? Do you want him?
Do you know what? No, I hear a lot what people are saying. I'll be honest with you. I think he's a bit of an improvement on the likes of a Dyer, a Davies, a Sanchez, and that. And if he's being brought in as a backup purpose, happy.
But only if you get rid of Sanchez, right?
Only if you get rid of like 2 or 3 of them, I think.
2 or 3 of them. I don't want England as a first team starter next season. Like if you're looking at get a guy for a cup game, step in for injuries, I'd rather.
Yeah, but if you make him permanent, that means you're only going to really sign 1 more. I think we need 2 more.
Then I'm going to cry even harder, and I'm going to go even more angry.
Yeah, right. So we need 2 centre backs that are better than what we have. We already have Longley, and he's not really better than what we have.
Oh no, I want Longley and 2.
Oh well, then you have to get rid of Sanchez, which is difficult enough to sell. And then
his contract.
How many years has he got left on his contract?
I believe he's only got a year left after this year, no?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Anyway, rip up Dyers. Davies, you can sell. I'll give him that grace. Sell him.
You're never going to rip up that. In reality, Eric Dyer's got
technically ripped up.
Yeah, but Eric Dyer's got home. He's got English. He's an English fucking international, and he's got the homegrown value, right? The English tax on him. So you're never going to do that. You might sell him.
I don't know if he does qualify as homegrown though.
No.
Oh, does he not? Oh,
no, he doesn't.
Portuguese. You're right. Yeah.
He played in the academy out in.
That's what kind of I think a lot of people are coming from, like where like if he did qualify as homegrown, maybe you could make more of a case for
Wasn't there a rule? Was the rule that was changed? Did that suit Davies, not Dyer?
Yeah, more Davies.
Yeah,
I
Davies
think.
now homegrown.
Okay, so Dyer's not even homegrown.
No.
But he can speak 10 languages, Sean.
He can blame people in 10 other languages.
Mate, I spent so many hours last year making that point on your channel. No, but he's a leader of men in 15 different languages.
Honestly,
couldn't have been more wrong with the benefit of hindsight.
I used to get off, right, and I used to sit there in a straitjacket. I can't believe this guy's fooling everyone thinking he's a leader because he speaks multiple languages.
It sounded like a good point at the time. Go on, Sonny. Oh.
All right.
Everton are pressing.
Like, go on, son.
Kind of,
fucking Jesus, it's useless.
Oh, I must be ahead of you a second.
We're just giving them the ball back. Why are we giving them the ball back all the time?
Calm.
Oh yeah, you might be a second or two ahead.
Okay.
We're on 28:02, 28:03.
Okay. That was a really bad. What was that chest? He was trying to do a Perisic.
He should be screaming and already anticipating that, not standing on his line.
Why is he even hesitant to grab it there, though? Like,
he's probably had a glass of red before he came out.
Yeah, haven't we all?
Well, like I said, he's more likely to save the bottle of, like King Huddle said, he's more likely to save the bottle of wine falling off his shelf than an actual save in a football match.
Everton are doing like the Hornets defense, like a swarm. Whenever the ball comes to anyone in the midfield, 3 of them are on, which must mean that if we can be aware of that, first touch, pivot back, pass back where it came from, then swap direction, there should be space.
It's simple. If you're aware of that, get someone to drop in every time someone receives on the ball in front of them, play it back, play it in behind.
100%.
You're taking 2-3 players out, someone close down.
Here's Damari Gray.
Oh, no, get up. Don't
fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, someone give him a sausage put between his lips. That's a joke. He just wants to blow the whistle. He just wants to blow it.
Excuse me. That's an absolute fucking farce, that is. This is going to be 0-0 all the way through to half-time. We needed an early goal. It's a good game of football, but it's starting to get... It was a good start, but now it's getting a bit boring.
Everton are starting to get their...
It could be trouble here. We're shit at set pieces.
Yeah.
Come on, the fuck, Tottenham.
Tarkovsky's found it quite easy to win these.
Too easy.
How many goals has he scored this season?
Back post
off
someone's shoulder.
What? Our team are terrified of the
back post free header.
Oh my god!
Where's our defense?
We just can't win any headers.
Jesus Christ.
They just part like the Red Sea did for Moses. It's not even fair.
Pedro Porro left against Decore. Are you having a fucking laugh? He's 6'2" against a 5'7" kid.
This is the result when they complain about doing training, defensive training. I mean,
Emerson Royale would never have been beaten to that one.
No.
Højbjerg gives it away.
It's like they're passing around a hot fucking potato.
Hugo out.
It's like this ball.
Hugo's positional play there is fucking weird as well. Look how he runs one direction, then suddenly he goes, oh shit, the ball's come through.
Dyer and Hugo talking to each other. That can't be good. Stop talking. Set each other off.
We need let's get some space.
Look nice turn, Sonny. Nice turn. Great turn.
Come on, Deck. Come on, Decky.
Okay.
It's out to Porro.
Oh, this is Porro. Go on, Porro. Come on, Pedro.
Skin him.
Oh,
Everton are all over us. They're pressing like a beast.
There. Yes,
Decky,
Harry, win
25
that.
of those fucking
pull out.
Decky, you are missing every little fucking second ball, Dex. I love you to pieces, mate, but you've got to fucking stop hanging your ankle out, trying to hope for the best.
Do you know what the worrying
thing
is? You know what the worrying thing is? Everton sniff a win.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Pressing us relentless.
Look at the press from them. We've got to move the ball fast here. Come on.
Sniff the win because we're
good.
throwing around. We're throwing
Let's
around.
go. He's not stung. He's afraid. For fuck's sake! Fucking get your foot on the ball! They're doing the press, and when they don't get the ball, there's open spaces, but you gotta move them all fucking fast.
Nice. Turn.
Fast.
Look up.
Oh, don't.
That's better. Calm it down for a minute. Get your foot back on the ball. The reason why they're pressing us, right, is because every time they press us, we're moving the ball quickly. We lose it after 2 passes. They get it back. They sniff a win here. We need to keep our feet on the ball for 2 minutes. Take the enthusiasm out of their bloody press.
Listen, if they're doing the press and you absorb it, then you got to move.
Nice.
You got to move it fucking.
Come on,
fast. Let's go,
Poro.
Ped. Come on, Ped. Get in the box to support him. Where are you, Decky?
20 yards behind them.
Nice, Pierre. Romero.
Give it into Kulu.
Romero still.
Go on, Perro. Make a run.
Move for him. Move. Everton are doing very well. They're doing very well.
Their strength is in that midfield. It's very hardworking, and it can close us down very easily.
Yeah. That's why we've got to move. We've got to keep moving.
Well, we also just have to be more incisive with some of these passes. Like, we do have to take more risks, I think, sometimes. And then we start to not take risks. But part of the reason we can't take risks is because we're not moving, like you say, Sean. There's nobody to pass to. There often is nobody really to pass to.
It's the balls we're playing as well. None of them are in behind. None of them are where the players are slide on. A lot of it, especially into the forward areas, is with their back to goals. And the ball's just coming straight back.
There you are. Turn, Skippy, if you can.
That's fine. That's fine. That's nice. That's faster. Let's move now. Go and move for him.
Perisic, no need.
What is that? That is
okay, well done, Longley. See, pass. There you are.
Let's go.
Yeah, back post.
Back post to Pedro. Back post.
He's off. He's way off. No, this is incredibly frustrating this afternoon, guys.
Same old shit. I was enjoying the game for the first 25 minutes.
Until me and Jack got the link, then Tottenham said, no, fuck it. We'll just
He's not offside there. He's nowhere near offside. That's a fucking horrendous. Oh, you're supposed to keep your fucking flag down, you little prick, until after the move.
Yeah, you are supposed to, especially if it's questionable.
It was a foot onside.
1 second.
I'm angry. I've been angry all day, to be honest. I've been arguing with people left and right, Jack. I've had 4 people reach out to me personally on WhatsApp group saying, "Are you okay, Sean?" I've had fallouts with 4 or 5 people today. Not fallouts, but like passionate arguments. Let's go next. Let's go, Harry.
See Sonny if you can.
That'll do.
Kulu.
Becky.
Man on, Kulu.
Good strength. Good strength.
Nice.
It's very clever.
Fuck's sake. How do we lose it there?
Skippy.
Well done, Romero.
Recycled. Well done, Romero.
Nicely done, Romero. Harry!
Sonny! On post! Oh!
Don't let him do that. Well,
get there!
He's got 2 players.
Perisic, you're clueless.
Gets out. We're making him look like Ronaldinho out there. Fucking hell. Someone close. That's it. Stand 20 yards
Clear.
And then put the ball in the danger area.
Get there, Højbjerg! You mean the game's passing you fucking by? The game's passing you by, bro.
Kulu. Into Salzburg. Out to the Poronator. Come on, Poro. Good ball into Kulu. Get Torrent. Play. Now move it. Move it. Out to the left.
Move your ass, Perisic.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's jogging like it's a slow week. Lengley. Salzburg. Get that ball moving.
Fucking zip it, Pierre. Let's go now. Come on, Romero. What you got, baby? Fucking step back, you little prick.
See Perisic, you got... Oh.
Look for Perry. No, there's nothing there.
The space is out wide. Get it out wide. Here we go. Here we go. Poro.
Get there, Decky. Help him out.
Nice, Poro.
1-2.
Oh, you have him, Dex. You still have him.
He's in Poro.
There you are. There you are.
Done. Oh, good ball. Where are you?
Doucouré.
Take him out.
Oh.
Take him out. Get out.
It's a good game of fucking football, though.
Oh,
It's a good game of football. It's frustrating, but it's not a fucking boring game of football. I'm okay with it.
Very frustrating. Brandon Troller says Sar and Skip homegrown bias. Skip over Sar homegrown bias.
Woo!
All right, Hugo.
Hugo. What was that about, Brendan?
Brandon Troller says Sar over Skip is homegrown bias.
No. Well, listen, I think that
Skip had good form going into this. I think
Sar's been very good whenever he's played. I think Skip's been very good whenever he's played. I think both of them, if anything, you can make the argument for Sar and Skip.
Yeah, I really like Papa Musar Dembele, Brandon, but I feel like Skippy has had good form going into this game. To be fair, and then again though, against Southampton, he actually wasn't great.
That'll do. Win the
All
ball.
right. Time, Pierre.
Let's go.
Okay,
two.
get there.
Get there. Oh, it's good football. Oh. Didn't mind that one. Didn't mind that. A little bit of aggression. Tarkovsky's injured. Oh,
Perisic.
So is Perry. That's not what you want. What do we do now? Perry's down.
Mundell.
Be okay. He's not moaning.
Or Danjuma.
Oh, referee!
That's late.
That's studs up as well. A studs up.
Red card.
It's a studs up.
Could be a red card, Chief. Surely he's got to be booked. Has he even booked them?
He's only down injured because he doesn't want to make out like he got away with one.
That's Tarkovsky. It's someone else. I think it was Coleman who made the challenge.
Coleman, yeah. Oh, that's nasty. That's a red card. It's Tarkovsky.
That was separate. That was a different challenge. That was one on Harry Kane.
That's far better be looking at this. You better be looking at this.
They never will at Spurs.
Did you see? Were you watching the game between Arsenal? No. Yeah, the Arsenal. What was the game? Was it Liverpool Man City or was it Arsenal Leeds? It was Liverpool Man City, and they didn't even like it was basically an offside, like 50-50, and they didn't even show us. They said, "Oh yeah, they scored the goal," and they went, "Yeah, the VAR's checked. It's a goal been given." And they didn't even show it. And it was like so negligible. They didn't draw the lines or anything on BT Sports on the weekend. Yeah, it's been given. Would never happen. If it was Tottenham, they'd have done it like 19 ways from Sunday until they could find like a hair on the back of someone's asshole that was playing him onside.
Not even a booking for Seamus Coleman's challenge.
I'd take Tarkovsky. I think he's a good player.
Oh, I mean, we could absolutely have used him this season because then that would have meant maybe no Dyer. Would have just had him through the middle.
I'd have him over Longley all day long, wouldn't you?
I think we needed. Well, I feel like Longley does play the left-sided center back position, so I think Tarkovsky would have operated in the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
Romero.
Here's Romero.
Skip. Back to Dyer. Get the ball moving. That's it. A bit of purpose.
Long way.
Look at the press. Look at the press. Let's play through the press. Get on that one, Harry.
Offside.
Really? Everyone in the chat, can you just let us know if our stream is working? Because it's gone from 260 down to 70, and now it's jumping back up again. You just let us know if the stream is working. It looks all fine to me. I'm just not sure what's going on.
What's 260 to 70? What's that? What are you talking about?
We were at 260, and then something happened, and we went all the way down to 70 people watching. I wonder, did the stream go down for a minute?
Oh, no, yeah, now you're on 131, yeah.
Yeah, we were 200 something.
Wait a minute!
Oh.
Well done, Perry.
Everybody's saying it's good.
Okay, great job. Don't know what's going on.
Everyone just got sick and tired of my story about the Manchester City side. Shut that prick up. Let's get Sonny. Oh, come on, Sonny. You got to put your fucking foot in there, bro.
Why are we pulling out of all these challenges?
Once upon a time, Sonny, just fucking throw your foot in.
Yeah,
you've
people
got to have
say
some
it ended
courage.
for a minute, but it's back. Okay.
Okay.
Jeez, that's Coleman's just walking around there, headbutting and kicking people as he likes. Come on, sneak a goal before halftime.
Get there. Get there. Let's press and do well now. Move the ball. Move the ball.
Whoa.
Move the ball.
Get out, White. Skip. He doesn't even
Fucking
look
slow.
Perisic was gone. He didn't even look.
Oh,
That is filthy by
look at that fucking.
Oh, come on.
Kulu!
Yes,
Sonny!
Oh, no.
Sonny!
Oh, Sonny.
He's got to bury it.
Oh, let's see if it was offside, anyway.
Offside.
He didn't know it was offside. Let's see if he's on. Let's see if he's onside and get the corner kick, please,
He's got to
sir.
bury that. Yeah, he's off.
Oh, just about maybe.
Yeah.
They don't show. They don't show the right line though. They don't show the fucking line.
He's got to bury it though.
Look at Kulu there. Kulu was fantastic.
It's good strength by him though. In the first touch, gone.
Kulu
That's what
was
we want to see
fantastic.
more of. He hasn't produced that enough this season. We saw that a lot last season.
Yeah, 100%. Half of our problems this year at the back line. The other half are with Sonny and Decky.
Come on, Hugo Reece. You don't need 20 minutes. Move it. Bubble. Now, go on. Ball into Harry.
Harry. Man on, sir!
Yellow card, please!
That is a yellow.
It's got to
That
be a
is a
yellow
yellow.
card!
That is a yellow.
No conversation! No conversation! What are you doing?
I can't go with him. You know, what barbers did you get your little shitty haircut in? I'm sick of it. Just pull out the yellow.
He's just hacked him down! It's fucking Dr. Jekyll and Hyde!
I'm short of asking him what cologne he was wearing, for fuck's sake.
You've absolutely slowed
I don't
down
get how
the
on
entire
earth he isn't booked there.
She's second.
He is on him. He's the cup we should be lifting. He fucking is. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he definitely gets them pulled in the dressing room for sure.
Jesus Christ. It's like Prince Charles is playing football.
Oh, go on, Burrow. Kane.
Let's go, Harry.
Salzburg. Get it back outside.
Well done, Romero.
Oh, nice.
Good try.
Romero's better on the ball than Skip.
Oh, well done, Romero. That's ours.
Romero.
Oh, it's ours as well. Brilliant, Romero.
Well done, Romero. You absolute class, man.
Didn't want it to go 0-0 at half time. It was obvious it was going to happen. Fucking hell.
Oh. No.
Push up. Press. Sonny, you got to press there, mate. You know what's going to happen. He's going to push it back to the goalkeeper. Why can't you go and press, bro?
Come on, one more chance. Let's create one more before halftime.
Romero. 3 minutes added on here.
Oh.
Get there, Poro. Well done,
Oh,
Skip. Get
On
there,
the ball, he's on the
Kulu.
ball well.
See Kane.
Skippy. Let's go.
Oh, you have Kane.
Go, Sonny.
All right.
On the left side, Sonny. Fuck's sake, Sonny. Jesus Christ.
Who still has it alive? Back to Perisic. No.
Oh, come on, Sonny.
Terrible,
Fucking hell,
Perisic.
mate. You got
Terrible.
to pay attention there, son. Fucking hell, bro. Both on the delivery and on the fucking reception.
Well done, Longley. Well done. All right,
One last
Perisic.
attack.
Come on, man.
One last attack. Get it in.
Come on, man. Whip it in.
Sonny, what are you doing, mate? Sonny's just standing there.
Sonny doesn't get out and support him whatsoever.
He's driving me up the fucking wall right now.
Yeah, same here. Every time he touches it, he loses it.
And he's just sitting there, standing there, like, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to join in the fucking movement. Yeah, go on, Stellini.
He's annoying me. He really is bugging me.
Sonny's really fucking annoying me. It's like he
Every
thinks that
time.
that he doesn't have to press, doesn't have to pressure. He's got all the time in the fucking world. It's like he's daydreaming. It's like he's daydreaming.
Jesus Christ. Every time he's touching it, he's losing it. Every single time. Nothing's going to change between now and the end of the season, is it, lads? Nah, do not let him in here.
Oh
Sure.
no, please.
Oh, no.
Clear.
Go on,
Done?
Kane. Oh, look at him.
Harry, come
Ref,
on.
come on.
Shut up, Dyche. Shut up, Dyche.
Someone give him a Stone Cold Stunner.
He's got the biggest football head ever. Like, his face is like, I've got a wide head, but this Sean Dyche has got like a fucking
He's grabbing him by the nipple. Yellow.
Let's go.
Oh,
Let's
nicely
go.
done, Pedro.
Let's go.
Son,
Come on, Becky.
Son just standing there. He's not even making an arm. When Kulu's cutting in like that, he's got to break a bollocks.
Do something, Sonny.
Yeah,
Look,
Pierre.
you're still standing there.
Come on.
You're still just standing there.
Hey, make a run now. Someone.
Sonny.
Yeah, Harry.
What are you
Back
trying to do,
post.
bro?
I'm sorry, but when Kulu cut in there,
Sonny
Son
does
has to
nothing.
Come and get across that 6-yard box. He's standing 20 meters on the edge of the box. What's he doing?
It's like he's fucking listening to a Joe Rogan podcast on his fucking Spotify in his head. Like, pay attention, bro. Pay attention.
Gotta make that run. Got to.
Get that fucking Danjuma prick on. Get him on. See what he can do. Get him on. See what he can do. I love Sonny, but fucking hell. Like, at the end of the day, you got to fucking call a spade a spade. He's just standing there.
Halftime.
Half-time. They are near half-time. Things not looking, not getting any better for Tottenham Hotspur. Jacob, do you want to go and grab a beer or something for a minute?
I can take a piss if need be, Dave, but I don't know, boys. For me, it's the sort of the position where I think to get you guys started, really, Sean and Dave. Sean, you mentioned this in the pre-match build-up, if I recall. Getting 0-0 at halftime with Everton is basically, I mean, we all ideally wanted to score earlier, but this means that Everton could come out the gates, maybe smelling a win here, smelling some points, and that's the last thing we want is for this Goodison crowd to have any sort of encouragement, to have any sort of belief in this game, because then that's going to make this even harder job for us, boys.
Yeah.
Sean, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go first. I think the stream is lagging, by the way, a little bit for what it's worth, but from what I'm looking at it. But yeah, listen, I think that I think it was a good game of football. If I'm honest, it wasn't a boring game of football. Like no real like gilt edged chances. No keepers really been tested. The only chance that I can remember really was Porro's in the first 3 or 4 minutes when he whipped the ball across. But even then, it was just it was a good save from Pickford. Apart from that, it's been a good open-ended game of football. But I think Tottenham need to be paying attention to what's going on a little bit more. Like Everton do the press very well. They swarm on the player like a bunch of hornets. And when that happens, Tottenham have to be aware. Like they should be talking to each other. Like fucking pay attention. You got 3 men coming at you, which means you know what? There's 3 other people out there somewhere that don't have people. So like I'll whip the ball into you hard. You take 1 touch, you pass it back where it came from, because Everton are going to fucking pile in. And then you know what? We whip it the other side and we pivot quick. Like, it's not rocket science. You have to be paying attention to the tactics that are going on. And Everton are doing like this momentary press. They'll do it for 10 minutes and then they'll stop and sit back a little bit. And then they'll go again for 10 minutes and they'll stop and sit back a little bit. It's quite clever, but Tottenham needs to be aware of that and paying attention. I think that I don't know who's like this.
It's a very open-ended game, Shawnee. Very open-ended, it's sort of end-to-end. There's no real sort of ball getting bogged down in the midfield or anything. It's very end-to-end. Look, I think we're making a rod off our own back at times. I think, I think Everton had a 15, 20-minute period there in the first half where they just pressed us. And the reason why they kept on doing it, there's no ingenuity to our passing. None whatsoever. Skip and Højbjerg, the passing coming out midfield, it's too slow, too predictable. But when they do put it into the forward area, into the forward players, it's always with the back to goal. There's no getting turned, looking for the wing backs, putting it in behind. Even if Kane and Son drop deep, get Kulu to run in behind and play that. Everything. And then all Everton are doing is pressing up, squeezing up, taking the ball off us because it's like a hot potato to us. And then they were just coming back at us now. But eventually we managed to get a hold of the ball and sort of calm it down, but we're not doing anything. We're not doing an awful lot with it. There's a lot of puffing and puffing, but Sonny's pissing me off. Even when we do,
Sonny's really pissing me off. I thought, before we get to Sonny, because that deserves a 5-minute rant in and of itself, Dave. But just to go through everybody else, I actually think the back line I think Dyer's been pretty good. I haven't got a problem with him. I think Romero's been really good. He brings the ball out. He's moving the ball out like he should be. On the ball, off the ball, he hasn't had too many problems. They haven't really pushed that far, that often down our left. They're attacking down our right-hand side. And the problem for me a little bit down there is obviously Perisic and Longley. There's going to be issues there, but that's just the reality, right? Hugo, I mean, I don't know. He's a liability. Højbjerg and Skip, I want to get your take on those two because I think a little bit the game has passed Højbjerg by a little bit so far, and Skippy also has had a couple of opportunities, but his weight of pass has been a little bit poor. Neither of those two have really impressed me so far.
I agree with you. I think this is my problem. Even there at one stage in the first half, if Skip just turned outwards, Perisic was gone. But he didn't. He just played it back, comfortable pass back inside. And this is my problem. It does look like to some of these guys, just get through it to the end of the season. I don't see the hunger and the desire to win in a lot of these guys. Because if we did, you would see the midfielders getting turned on the ball, looking to spray passes, looking to put people in behind. Even we're looking at that chance there, Skip. The one time he did run through, he just had a heavy touch, and you just got to release it a bit earlier. And I agree with you. I don't think the passing is expansive enough from that midfield today. I think they are getting overrun, and they're getting at work as well. You got Elliot, Corey, and Onana, very hard working team, and probably smart by Sean Dyche. Playing the three in midfield, knowing that we were going to go with Skip and Højbjerg and get them in and around them. We just need to be a bit more better in the first half. We've had a couple of chances as well that we didn't pick. Harry Kane had a header, probably should have hit the target with it. I don't know what to. I'm just pissed off. I think. Look, Sean, let's get on to Sonny. I mean, he's winning.
Yeah. Well, before Sonny, just quickly, I think the only one from the back five, back six, whatever you want to call it, Pedro Porro. He's been another improving game from him. I love his first touch.
I think any of the better chances have come from Pedro Porro, like some sort of initial pass or pass in behind that he's made or whatever link up play that he's had, one touch pass that he's had has been basically, if you ask me, Sean, I think Kulusevski, I don't know if even Kulusevski's been all that great, but he has found himself, I think, with the best opportunities to create because of Pedro Porro.
Yeah, I agree. And it's a nice little relationship that I think he's getting there. I thought Decky was sloppy and slow in the first instance, but as the game's progressed, I think that he's come back in, he's moved a bit more centrally, but the relationship that he's forging between him and Porro, that's something to really be like positive about. Generally stuff is the stagnant, like he's playing like a game of chess. He thinks he can only move one step at a time. He's like a pawn here, and that's Heung-Min Son. I don't know. I'm sure there's people in the chat. I'm not looking at the comments, but I'm sure there's people in the comments that are probably maybe defending him. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But for me, Heung-Min Son has been absolutely atrocious once again. And look, we don't have that many options off the bench, but one that we do have is a ready-made replacement for him in Danjuma. The guy's only played for us 90 minutes in against Preston North End and put in a good shift. I'd like to see a little bit more movement from Sonny, and if that's not going to happen, then for me, Sonny has to come off and let's hoik him. There's no more like Stellini doesn't have to be loyal. He's only here for 10 games, right? Make some decent decisions, make some brave decisions, put Sonny on the bench, bring on Danjuma, because the first half from Sonny was just absolutely shocking in my opinion.
I mean, Jack, what do you make of that? Do you think Stellini has the balls to pull off Sonny early in the second half if he's not contributing? Because I actually agree with Sean. I think, look, as much as people get on Perisic's case, Perisic at least is trying to do something here this afternoon or tonight. You look at Sonny, like that one near the end is unforgivable. Kulu has the ball. There's only one way he can go with it, and that's across goals. Sonny's standing on the edge of the box. You should be busting your balls, and that's why he's got so little goals this season, because he doesn't. He's not busting his balls, knowing that that's the only option Kulu has to get in.
It feels like Perisic in the beginning, honestly, was probably one of the more positive players, actually, which is a bit of a surprise if you ask me, because I did not expect that. Originally, I actually didn't want Perisic to really start this game. I actually would have rather it been maybe one of the kids. But I don't know. it's hard to defend Sonny in this case because I think Perisic has probably produced more than maybe Sonny has. I think
Yeah.
Sonny in the beginning had some nice turns, he had some nice link up play, but then he just sort of disappeared, and that's where it gets a bit confusing at times. Where it's like when you seem to start the game well, why is it that then you disappear? Usually, players that disappear in games often just don't get a good few first touches to begin with. But then he sort of, I thought, actually started the game well, but then sort of faded out. I don't know if even Kulusevski has been that much better. I think Kulusevski has been the benefit.
He's been better. He's been better. He's been better than Sonny.
I think he
He's not.
has.
He's not
It's
been
not
great,
like
but
you do it,
he's
it's
been
not
I
miles.
think he's found himself in much better positions with the ball, but I think he could have done a much better job at being
Yeah.
able to, either thread in players, or it feels like he's more being the benefactor of having, a guy like Pedro Porro next to him. If you ask me, Sean, I don't know. That's what it feels
No,
like. Pedro.
I hear you. I hear you on that. But what I would say is, yeah, you're right. He's the beneficiary of that. But at the same time, Perisic has got himself. Listen, I'm not someone who spends too much time often praising Perisic anymore on the defensive side. On the offensive side, Perisic has got, in 2 or 3 positions, whipped the ball in. If you remember, Perisic was responsible for the ball that was whipped into the back post where it managed to get to just before the foot of Pedro Porro, and the boy was it McNeil that picked it off his head or picked it off his foot. Like there's been 2 or 3 moments where Perisic has done things, whipping the ball in, and Sonny's just standing there. Sonny's just sitting there at the back of the box, not doing anything. It's like he doesn't think he has to fight for any second balls. Doesn't have to get stuck in. There was a moment when the ball was loose and Sonny was running towards it, and he was like 2 yards closer than the Everton player that was charging in, and he could have slid in and won the ball easily. He could have even just just gone in for the battle, but he allowed the other guy to have it. To me, it's a real problem. I think the stream is really lagging, guys. Are you still with me?
Seems to be better now. Maybe, I don't know. I'll look at it now. Let me know, everybody. Though I'm sorry, maybe just a bad day, I guess. With the, let me know if it's looking a bit better now, everybody.
Can you at least still hear us? Let us know if you can at least.
Let us know if you can still hear us. Let us know if it's looking a little bit better now. I can see that it's definitely been lagging a little bit, but do you feel like Harry Kane, Sean, for you? Like he's had decent hold-up play, but there's, like I said, there's been moments where even just recently I saw Kulusevski, he had the ball like kind of running and surging through the midfield, and Harry Kane, I felt like had ample opportunity to be able to make the nice run in behind for him. Just seemed a bit sort of like slow to react. I think his hold-up play has been nice. I think he's had great hold-up play, but maybe he's not also matching it with, being in the right positions as a striker. Then again, though, he has missed 2 good chances. Like he's been in the right positions to score 2 good chances, you would say.
Yeah, the header was gilt-edged chance for him. Like not for everybody else, but for someone of his quality, he should have really put that on the end of on the end, or challenged Jordan Pickford. And if he does get that on target, there's no way Jordan Pickford's stopping it. During in the middle when he does come deep, I think he's done his best. He's trying to draw the fouls. I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure that the referee's giving him all of the decisions that he should get. And Steve Pryor saying you can hear me scream, Sean. Am I talking too loudly, guys? I can turn my thing down if the mic's too loud.
I do sound fine to me, and everybody's saying audio is fine. People are saying Dave is lagging. I think part of it's me. I think part of it might have been Dave. So I think I think it's okay.
If my audio is too loud, I'll step away.
You sound fine to me. You sound fine to me. You sound fine to me. Let us know though, everybody. Do let us know.
Yeah.
But Brandon Troller saying can't keep smacking Son's head into a wall. Juma time. Dan Juma, Sean, like
I want to see it.
Are we bold enough and brave enough to do it? And like a guy that's not seen a minute, like is it likely to happen?
Well, if it's not likely to happen, then that's a real shame. If all we're getting from Stellini Ball is Conte decisions, then like I say, I wanted Conte Ball to go. Obviously, the decision was different. The decision was made via Conte's calculation in my mind. Stellini's come in. He should have the confidence to make the right decisions. And for me, there's no reason why Sonny should be on the pitch. He doesn't look like he's interested. He doesn't look like he's paying attention. He looks like he's second to everything. He's got absolutely no desire to get stuck into a game. Against Everton, you have to be ready to get stuck in. I can't imagine that Dan Juma is gonna do anything less than Sonny has in terms of effort, in terms of movement, in terms of interest. And I think Dan Juma would absolutely love to step up and take this opportunity. That's the one change that I would make is that everything else I'm kind of okay with. But listen, as the game goes on, Everton are going to get more and more, comfortable and confident and competent with the ball. And the last thing you want is a cheeky 1-0 victory, which is what Sean Dyche is absolutely lining up here. So for me, I think we need to make some changes here.
I think the more confident the Goodison crowd gets, Sean, the more likely there probably are to maybe get something out of this game. I think the likes of Everton, and also I think a team like Everton as well, like a Sean Dyche Everton, are probably a team where it's like the moment they score, right? The moment they score, they're almost impossible, I think, to basically get anything out of. Because I feel like Sean Dyche's whole tactic is obviously not to concede a lot, but it is also like when you do get that lead, it's to defend the lead as well, I think is probably what he also will do a very good job about. So it is absolutely vital that we, continue to put pressure on them and not be the one to concede here. But I think we're going to almost there.
No changes. No changes from what I can see. I can't see anyone coming. The Sky cameras are pointing at some guy in the Everton team with an afro. Don't know who that is. Doesn't look like there's any changes though. I think I've just seen Sonny come on. So
Ray is saying you sound fine, Shawnee. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's,
Cool.
I don't know. It's been a little bit inconsistent, everybody. We do apologize. Trying our best over here, but we do apologize. But Shawnee has always sounded good and sounded beautiful. That's what everybody's saying. Audio is fine, says Wisdom Wolf as well. Everybody's liking, you're in there, Dave. Don't you worry. I have you already in there. People can see you. But Shawnee, you're sounding gorgeous to the people. At least we can.
Perfect.
Let's just make sure people can see me. Give me the thumbs up in the chat because last week
I can see you, Dave. I have this stream in front of me. I can see it.
Perfect.
No.
I can't see Dave.
Yeah, I can't on mine.
Oh, now I can. Now I can.
Yeah. Jack has the US time. Jack's on US.
Fair enough. There we go.
About to get started off.
Technical difficulties today, everybody. I am well aware there's been lagging going on, but we will get that sorted out. Do not worry. Are we off?
Mari Gray's just kicked it off here.
Come on, Tottenham. Let's get a fucking good 45 minutes. Go third tonight, the fuck.
Yeah, such a good opportunity, lads, with all the points dropped. But I mean, it's just been the story of the season. We haven't taken advantage of it. It's been the story of the season that no team takes advantage of the drop points from the other teams, it feels like.
Yeah, that's the story of the season, really, isn't it? Anytime this results go our way, we can't take advantage of it. And when results go the team's way, they don't either.
Everton, we also really struggle with conceding early in the second half, too. So especially with Hugo and goal, that's always been the factor as well. Big up, Ellie. She says, I see you, Dave. Everybody can see the mighty Dave. Big yourself up, Ellie. Hopefully you're keeping well.
Big up, Ellie. Big up, Ellie. The legend. Ellie, the legend. Hopefully you're feeling better, by the way. Come on, Tottenham goal kick. Let's produce something from here. Come on. Put it down on the ground, Hugo, and just 5-yard ball. Let's go. Why the show Sean Dyche? The game is on. Hurricane, that'll do. I'm excited for that. That's
I love putting my headphones back on to hear Dave scream.
Oh, little trouble. Honestly, moon boots.
It's a good.
Don't lose the ball there. Don't lose the ball. Oh no! Oh, it's over the board. Fucking hell, Højbjerg.
I think you're way ahead of us, Sean. Sorry, we're at 46-27. 47.
Oh, you're about to see it. Sorry.
There it is.
We got away with that.
Absolutely.
Højbjerg.
If that wasn't affected, that guy needs to go and do some shooting practice. But we're at 46-42, Shawnee.
And that's not. It wasn't Højbjerg. Who was that? Dyer. Who's number 15? Dyer. Eric Dyer.
Oh my god.
Fucking idiot.
He is so lucky. Gay wouldn't guide a bone with 747 into barn doors. So lucky.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Eric Dyer was about to get fucking screamed at.
He got absolutely pulled around the place. Why did he keep showing Sean Dyche? Honestly, I think the cameraman's like a part of the fan club.
Pumpkinhead. If Eric Dyer's Moonhead, he is Pumpkinhead.
Let's go.
Let's go. Lovely ball.
Well done, Kulu. Why are you leaving it behind?
My skins.
Don't forget the ball. Don't forget the ball, buddy.
Well done.
That's got to come with you.
Salzburg. Move
Oh,
that's
get a card, please.
How many more fouls are they allowed to get away with? The longer the referee keeps the cards in his pocket, the more they're going to do it.
Their midfield is so big and strong, isn't it? You're going to come out of that. You play them for 90 minutes, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is going to come out with more lumps than
Sean, their midfield is like walking into a Dream Boys concert.
Yeah. Let's go, Sonny! Win it! Strength, Sonny!
That's better. Move. Salzburg, he'll do it. Just give it to him. Give it to the general. Langley.
Let's go. Come on, Longley.
Swing that lefty at it.
So we're getting slow again. Now we're just walking into a 5-4 fucking deep
Turn,
one.
skip,
That's
turn,
desire
skip,
and
time,
hunger to
skip.
get hurt.
Someone drop in.
Oh, we're doing it.
Someone
We're just
drop
doing it.
deep
We're
for
gonna go back.
Højbjerg.
You're gonna with the ball in now, but get
Anything
3
in
men in the
the
fucking box. Get the men in the box.
Oh.
Get the men in the fucking box. If you're gonna walk yourself into a 5-4-1 and just push up incrementally, when the whip comes in, have at least 4 heads in there. For fuck's sake.
Should be like Mount Rushmore in there.
You should be fucking Mount.
Junior Jack.
Moonhead.
Head should be there.
Exactly.
Sonny.
Let's go, Sonny. Let's go, Sonny.
All right. Well done, Skip.
That's nice.
Time,
That's
Pierre.
nice.
Give it up wide.
Where's the support in the box?
Give it to Kane. Give it to Kane. Let him do it. Steps up. Who wants
Back
it?
post,
You
Pedro.
go.
All right.
Oh,
Corner to Spurs.
Come on, Spurs. This is it.
There's never anyone in the fucking box, though. If Harry Kane's dropping deep, someone has to get into the box to help. Skippy, you have to do it. Or Højbjerg. Somebody has to go and support.
That's where maybe you're looking for Kulu or one of the midfielders to break in there.
Someone's got to do it. There's never anyone in the fucking box.
Perisic. Who wants hot sauce? Come on, deliver it, my boy. Double dose of chili. Let's go.
Trying to win a header here. He's
Oh, it's a good ball.
Oh, Kulu. Pedro,
Oh,
nice
Pedro.
little turn.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
it went for the
save.
hit.
Got a rush of blood to the head. He's ballooned it.
He's so good looking, isn't he?
Yeah. Jealous of his tan.
Yeah.
If I had a tan like that, my God, I'd look like Ronaldo.
2 or 3 years in London though, and he'll go pale.
2 or 3 years playing with Spurs, will go pale.
Yeah. 2 or 3 months. 2 or 3 months. Win that.
Off the doctor.
You gotta win that, Romero. Oh, win the fucking second ball. Oh, fuck you, ref.
What's he waving his arm for? He just wants to. He's waving to his mother. It's embarrassing. Nada. Don't let them do this for 10 minutes. Get pressure on the ball. Smash him.
McNeil here.
Romero. Porro's just
Step up, Skip.
Up to smash him.
Oh, ball in behind.
That's way too deep. Don't foul him. Do not foul him.
Romero.
That's it. Romero smash. Go on. Romero smash.
Yes, press with him.
That's it.
Oh.
Break your bollocks, Sonny. Get out there. Close.
Look at Sonny. Look at him. He just doesn't
He's
give a
not
fuck.
interested.
Cleared way by
Doesn't give a fuck.
Dyer.
Oh,
What are you doing, Pierre?
Oh, no.
Well, that's even worse from Perisic.
Sorry, Sonny's not interested in defending.
No.
Oh, easy
You're
pass.
You're walking again,
So
fam.
easy.
You're walking again. He's just walking around the fucking pitch, mate.
It's so concerning how easy it is to get a shot on our goal. So concerning. What's Skip doing there? He's learning off Dyer. Fucking hell, he's standing there.
Longley.
Dyer. Back, no, just give it back to him. I'd rather Dyer have it. That's how bad Hugo is.
But look, see how it's. Oh no!
No,
What is
fuck's
that?
sake. Who was
Jesus
that?
fucking Christ!
That was Romero.
Romero. What on
Oh,
long
go on, Sonny.
Let's go,
Lay up,
Sonny.
lay up.
Now.
Release it. Good ball.
Good.
Come
Come on,
good.
Kulu.
Get
You
there.
got
Go,
time, son.
Becky.
You got time,
Come on,
son.
Becky. Smash him.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Whoa,
it's lovely.
wow.
All right, now, put it down for Sonny in the box.
Perisic.
Fucking quick!
Perisic.
Fucking hell!
How do you lose that there?
For fuck's sake! That's the moment in the game.
Pathetic.
it's all right. Porro's got it. Relax.
No, but the fucking moment's gone. It
Yeah.
drives me up the fucking wall. There was a real moment there.
Oh,
Let's
go
go,
on, Kulu.
Becky.
He wants it. He wants
Ah!
it.
Oh my god!
I guess you're just allowed to push people over now.
Ah!
Still needs to make a change.
What a Romero.
Romero.
Fuck off!
Goal kick to Spurs. 53 minutes in.
This camera guy is enamored with Deutsch. I feel like I'm watching an episode of Homer Simpson. We got to show we want this more. Come on. You wouldn't think we're looking to go third tonight.
Sorry, Skippy, Højbjerg, and Sonny.
Yeah, Højbjerg is really fading.
They're offering nothing to me.
Højbjerg is really fading, and he's giving it away too many times. There it is. Speaking of the devil, giving it away again.
Don't.
What are you doing, Pierre? No.
What are you doing?
Nick him off too. Bring on Papa Mars.
Pierre, get yourself together, man.
Bring on
Fucking wake up! Wake up!
Jesus Christ.
There's no one you're even playing to, Pierre.
You're in
Switch
the
your head
top
on.
4 fucking race. You're in the Champions League race. Remember it.
I wouldn't even let these guys walk me to the shop, let alone into top 4. Fucking hell.
Oh, I'm so fucking annoyed.
Especially Everton, a Sean Dyche team of all teams, and we're just giving away the ball this easily. They never have the ball.
Rubbish.
They never have the ball. They never have the ball. A Sean Dyche team. This is disgusting.
What are you doing, Sonny? What are you fucking doing, bro? And you, Skip, you've been fucking absolutely useless.
How? Oh my God. We're just being bounced around now.
Well done, Romero. Class.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, what the?
Well, yeah, that do.
There you go.
Kane, run off him. Someone help him.
Time, please.
Wrong
Please.
fucking way to turn the ball.
Right, Langley.
Please, let's get some fucking time on the ball here, lads.
Wait, bro, get out, Romero. Move
Get yourself some breathing room.
It's too passive.
Oh, I'm so angry.
Langley. Here we go. Perisic into Sonny. Sonny, get turned.
What sort of fucking first touch is that, Sonny? Fuck off, mate. You are so shit. You are so bad. That is so bad.
Well done, Pedro, sir.
You just pulled him down by the bloody face.
Get Sonny off. Get him off the fucking pitch. And you, Højbjerg, and fucking Skip as well. The 3 of you are fucking worse than useless. You're pissing me off.
Oh, ref! He's giving him a yellow. He's better giving him a yellow for that.
No, I think he just asked him how his granny was.
You're allowed to just swipe across the face now.
Yeah, you're allowed to push, swipe, punch, do what you want when you're wearing a Tottenham jersey.
It's the second half. I mean, why not give him a yellow?
That's a good ball.
Oh. Nobody in the box.
Oh,
never anybody in the fucking box. Ever.
Skip's just running it into trouble. Turn!
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ollie fucking Skip.
Moonhead, step.
Fuck off!
See the way he just ballooned it off our player for the corner. This is what they want. Skip, where was he running? He's literally just ran the ball into trouble.
Midfield has probably been maybe the 2 worst, I would say, actually, on the evening. I think midfield have been dreadful tonight.
This is atrocious. Truth sets your free is gifted. Adrian Parker, a membership. Big yourself up, Truth. Adrian, make sure you give Truth a big, massive thank you. But yeah, no, we got to get Sonny off. This isn't good enough.
Everybody's asking for Skip and Højbjerg off. Some people are saying Skip has been worse than Højbjerg. I feel like they've both been dreadful. They've been both dreadful.
All 3 of them. Rid of it! Well done, Becky.
Oh, not a good clearance.
Run it down, Becky. Go,
someone.
Go,
yes. Come on. Come on.
Play up. Here we go.
Fuck's sake. Oh, Harry, man. Fuck.
Who played that?
We're so bad. We're so bad.
Oh, that's him gone. That's him gone. He just pushed him in the face. That's the second hand to the face. If he is not gone now, that is shocking.
He's got a red. He's got a red.
Yes, red gone.
See you later, you fucking idiot. Fuck you.
Go away, you twat. Look at him.
Anybody else? Anybody else want? Yeah, fuck you, Pickford. You can fuck off as well, you prick.
That's a straight red. You can't lash out like that. He's lashed out.
Guarantee the VAR come in and fucking overturn
Yeah, turn
it.
it over. They will. Expect
the CX, like the CX situation. Fuck's sake,
Yeah.
they do that again. That's
Of
ridiculous.
course they will.
like the Southampton situation. Not a penalty, felt over.
Get off the pitch, you prick. Get off the
You're right,
fucking
Jack,
pitch.
this will be a
You're a
serious
disgrace.
situation.
You're a disgrace. Yeah, shut up, Dice, you pumpkin. Fucking hell.
I'm gonna die. Oh, pumpkin. Oh, that's class.
He's a fucking pumpkin. Get off the pitch. Get off the pitch, Decorum. Fuck you.
Oh, that's class. Oh, that's the best thing I've ever heard of being called.
Well, now we know we have a better chance of actually getting on the ball. At least we have less of an excuse.
It's official. Oh, wow, that's fine.
Oh.
Oh, wow, that's aggressive.
Yeah, he smashed him in the face.
He's tried to hit him 2 or 3 times here. Watch. How many more times does he need to fling his arms about before he catches him?
All right. More importantly, though, right? More importantly, if I'm playing rugby or if I'm playing football and my teammate just gets smacked in the face like that, that happens right there. You watch. Kane goes down, right? Now watch Ollie skip. Hoiberg. None of them are like. I mean, on one hand, I'm happy that they're not getting stuck in and brought in by it. But you watch. They all just look at Ollie Skip. There's no fight in Ollie Skip. He's like, oh, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm Ollie Skip. I'm a nice guy. Ollie, you need to fucking be a bit more fucking fight in you, bro. You're a talented young kid, but you need to have a bit more fucking fire in your belly, pal.
No,
Can we take advantage of this?
Half an hour left to break down a 10-man Everton team. We don't do this. We are a disgrace.
So what are they going? How are they going to pivot, boys? How are they going to pivot? So Decore's off. Have they
That's a
brought
good.
someone on?
That's a good player for them. That's off though, so he's not replaceable. He's not replaceable for them. I hope, Sean. This is what's been so dreadful about the second half, Sean. Though, is that Everton have had way more of the ball than us. So maybe now is an opportunity for us to actually get some actual possession and some actual creativity. But you'd now think Sean Dyche is just gonna make it even more tight, even more difficult to be able to break the lines. Like, I don't see us being able to get behind. We're gonna have to probably put some balls into the box, and it'd be nice if we had Richarlison for this match for that reason, but we don't. But we're going to need even more presence in the box, because now I think Sean Dyche probably doesn't see much of a chance of getting a goal here unless it's from a set piece. That's what.
How is it an Everton free kick?
Because Harry Kane committed the foul, and then he ended up bringing Decore down.
And Harry Kane's off the pitch after being assaulted.
Harry Kane. The old lad says, great fall by Harry Kane, 10 out of 10. Big up.
Yeah, it was. He didn't. It took it. You could see there was a half a second gap before he realised what had happened. Before he fell over.
Little roll at the end. I'd give that an extra 0.5. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was more even, actually. I think what was more amazing about it was Harry Kane. You could see why Doucouré was upset, because it wasn't a great tackle by Harry Kane on Damari Gray. Then he tries to, kick it afterwards.
Kick him a little bit.
Kick him afterwards a little bit. And then Doucouré sort of shoves him. Harry Kane shoves Doucouré, and then Doucouré just takes it to a whole new level afterwards. Yeah. So, to be honest, Harry Kane was a bit of the instigator. So, class A.
Yeah, I love it. I'm happy with it. What I'm not happy with is the reaction from Tottenham players to Doucouré. I'm not saying that I want them to get stuck in and do something silly, but at least show a little bit of fucking fight for your teammate. Yeah. None of them did. None of them did.
Absolutely spot on.
Everton are now going to sit back. It's going to be 5-3-1 from them, right? Maybe 6-3 or whatever. And we're going to have all the ball now, you'd imagine.
Get balls into the box. There's no one in there beside Kane.
Just change the formation here, Stellini. You've got the opportunity now to fucking throw someone else on.
Pierre, see Pedro.
Let's go, Tottenham.
Nice.
That ball was his hand. That's his hand.
Oh my God. Langley. Jesus Christ, these two are playing football tennis between them. Get the ball moving. They're down to 10 men. The onus is on us, and they're playing fucking ping pong.
And on. Still feels like we're playing against 11.
Yeah.
It's going to be all us now, but whether we can unpick them. This is where we need a creative player. This is where we should have had an Ericsson. This is where we should have had anyone. Paul Pogba was offered our way.
Got to get an extra forward player on the pitch.
Nice, Pierre. All right, Romero.
Rifle it.
See them, Kulu.
Back to Romero. Back to Kulu.
Move for him. Move for him.
Say
Oh, my
Kulu.
God.
Sonny! You're just
He's giving
standing
me
there, mate. You are standing there. The fuck are you doing? You're just walking. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's
Pedro
driving
Porro
up the fucking wall.
delivers.
Oh,
Perisic!
Perisic! Oh, almost in the
bloody
Harry.
ball by Porro. What a
ball
ball
from
it's
what
Perisic
clever-
tried to head it
what a
back into
clever-
Harry Kane's path.
What a clever playback by Perisic there. That was
Yeah, it was
spectacular.
beautiful. Oh, well done. Let's recycle.
Long
this.
way. What are you doing, man?
Oh,
And
no.
he gets
that's
shoved
no.
over as well.
Oh, no.
Dyer, get
Oh
out.
no.
Why is he standing off him?
He's done well there. He's done well. He's done well.
Gets the block. Dark Sun G says, lap my ass
fucking
off.
angry.
Jakure,
What's
their
that? What's
ace
that? Who's that
of
yellow
recent
card
got
for?
sent off.
Who's the yellow card for?
Langley.
Longley, yeah, for trying to
What
pull
we
him
saying,
back.
Jacko?
Dark Sun G's just, he's glad to see Jakure because he's glad to see Jakure sent off because he's been one of Everton's better players of recent.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it is. They need to get one of them bodies out of midfield because they were winning that battle.
Him and
So-
Onana, for me, Dark Sun G, are probably their two best players at the moment. So seeing either one of them off is a good sign. But Spurs, I mean, we have.
Do we
looked-
take off a centre back now, right, Jack? Sorry to interrupt your point, mate.
No,
Sorry,
no.
finish your point. I
Well,
was just going to say, take off a centre back. You don't need three centre backs. You don't
if
need
we
three
had a
centre-backs
creative
now, do you?
midfielder, like you said, Sean, like when we have a creative midfielder, we can then overwhelm their midfield, but we don't really have that option at the moment. So I'd
We've got
rather
options
put
now,
in
we just-
another forward just to have someone else in the box. I'd agree. Maybe go to
Yeah,
4 in the
we've
back.
got
I
options
think we
now,
need
and we're
someone
doing
else in the
fuck all with
box.
it. This game is so important. These 3 points are so fucking important, and we're not doing anything. Come on, Stellini, bro. This is your moment, your chance to shine. Let's get creative.
I reckons Harry Kane for the winner. Let's wait and see. But that must have been a good job on the car if you made it at home. Big yourself up. Hopefully Kane does get the winner. We fucking need a goal.
Is it leaning towards a 0-0, a 1-0? What do you think? I think it's leaning towards 1-0 for one of these sides.
Yeah. 1-0, I reckon.
Yeah,
Close
1-0.
game. Sonny.
Eric
go.
Højbjerg.
Good ball.
Oh. Nice,
Porro.
Pedro.
Pedro
That's it.
Porro is awesome.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pedro Porro is going to be a spectacular player for us next
Yeah.
season.
I
He's
can't
very
wait
he's
for it.
very
can't
useful
wait for
against
it.
these teams. He's much more useful against these teams, and he's actually I'm actually thankful to have him against this type of team.
Yeah.
Maybe
Very
even
good.
do that then. Maybe just put Pedro Porro as a right winger and ask Decky to go into
Yeah.
the centre and play that locksmith role. You know?
Fuck's sake, Skip. Jesus Christ, his options there, and he's just doing this shit.
He's doing Harry Winks fucking
Yeah,
stat padding bollocks.
Winks-esque. If that was Harry Winks,
Sonny.
Don't you dare, Sonny.
Yeah.
Don't
Have
you
a hit,
dare,
maybe.
mate. No. The opportunity was gone. Back post.
Oh, Perry.
Win it! Penalty!
Whoa!
Yes!
Give it a pen! Pen!
Romero wins the penalty.
He's giving a penalty!
Yes, took
Romero!
Romero.
Oh,
Well
Keane
done.
doesn't look like
Yes!
he looks like he's guilty, Keane. He looks
Romero.
very, very guilty.
Who? Romero? No, it's a
No,
fucking
Keane.
stone
Keane
wall.
looks very guilty
Stonewall
here. He does
pen.
not a
Stonewall
lot.
pen.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely taking a
Stonewall.
swipe at him there.
Stone
Well done,
wall.
Romero. That's
Stonewall pen.
beautiful. Look
Great
at the
little,
awareness.
great little jump here, though. Oh,
The
classic
reaction.
house from Harry Kane and Romero. Great bit of housery from Harry Kane and
Come
Romero.
on!
Do you know what it is? It's Romero's reaction. He's the quickest one to react. That
Yeah.
forward line should be doing that, but Romero's quickest to react, and he got what he deserved.
Right.
I think he needs a stretcher, boys. Honestly, that
Can
was
you
a
press
that was a
pause?
nasty
Can you
one.
press pause on the game. I've got to go and get a. You can't press pause. Oh, that's not outside. That's outside of our control, isn't it? Okay, I'll have to wait then. I'm
You
to go for.
Pick
I'm
the
about.
shit
I'm
up
about.
and get on your line,
I'm
you
about to
teammate.
piss myself. I'm literally about to piss
You'll
myself.
piss
Come on,
yourself
Harry.
if he misses.
Come on, Harry, don't miss.
No, I won't. I'll piss. I'll punch the fucking screen if he misses.
Come on, Harry. Come on. Let's
Come on,
go,
Harry.
Mitch.
Come on. Third place at stake, boys. Third place in the fucking Premier League. Come on.
Someone
Step
flies.
away. Protect him, Ollie Skip. Come on, mate. You see Newcastle do it now.
Don't
You
let him
saw
stamp on the
Liverpool
stop.
do
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Keep him away from the spot, please. Keep him
protect
away.
the fucking player with the ball, Tottenham. Wake the fuck up. You got to be smart. Got to be smart.
Right, come on, Harry. This is your moment. Let's go, Big A.
Come on, Harry.
Have it.
Come on, Harry.
Come on. Bury this.
Fuck you, Pickford.
The
Let's
hair's
go,
not
Harry.
looking good, Harry.
Get back on your fucking line, you
What
prick.
are you doing the jumping jacks for? Someone send him to PE class. Twerp. Look at him.
Fucking wobble. Look at him wobble in the fucking post. That's it, Harry.
Come on, Harry, bottom right. He loves the left side, though. He loves side netting on the left.
Just smash it straight down the fucking middle.
Oh, he's looking at it. He's looking at the side netting on the left. Pickford knows. Pickford knows. Go to the right.
Hey, Harry! Come on!
Come on! We're back, boys! We're back!
Come on!
That's what I'm talking about! Fucking yes!
Come on!
I'm going for a week.
Jesus Christ, it's been a good season. If we can do salvage third, let's go. Come on.
1-0 to the boys. 1-0 to the good. Oh, I mean, that's really all Romero there, if I'm going to be honest, everybody. That's just a bit of genius from Romero in a moment. I mean, we started to get, like, we were against 10 men, so we started to get some time on the ball. But were we really creating much? I'm not sure. It was really just a bit of brilliance, actually, from Romero. That's a class penalty from Harry Kane. Side netting.
I told you he loves that side, Jacko, at the side netting.
He loves the side netting, Davey. Not the more that he loves. He probably loves the side netting more than his misses, let's be honest, because he hits it that much. But Romero, Dave, I mean, is it really just him? Like, I feel like that is just, honestly, like, it's not well-deserved by Spurs. It just doesn't feel like it was coming. It felt like just out of nowhere.
Look, two bits of what I would say clever play is sort of turned this game on the head. Harry Kane going down as soon as he got the touch on the face and riling up the Corey. And then Romero just being the quickest one to react.
Yeah.
You know, the defender had no option but to take him out. And that, you know, that's something our forward players need to be doing in the box a bit more. Be a bit more sharp like Romero. That's why he won the penalty. Be the most switched on in there. But 2 moments of shit of smarts has turned this game streetwise. But, you know, it is concerning that it's taking a penalty. If we win this 1-0, it would be concerning, you know. Be very concerning. Dark Son Jesus laughed my ass off. How did our centre-back get a pen? Not even on a set piece. Dark Son G's just clever play.
Yeah, he's just a clever player. He's a clever player.
You're always taught about it, you know. Be alert, be the quickest to react, be on your toes. And that's an example of it there. Look at the rewards.
Wasn't it against Burnley last season, Dark Sun G? You would be the best person to ask, as well as KPV. I think the 2 best people in the world to ask this question. Last season against Burnley under Conte and Sean Dyche, let's remember, did they get a red card as well as also concede from a penalty? Or was it just a penalty?
Gave away a penalty in the 1-0 towards the end of the season.
Did they get a red card, or is it just 11? I don't remember.
No, I think they did get a red. I think they did get a red.
I feel like Burnley got a red in that game, Dark Sun G. Remind me of that. So it could be a similar game where Spurs were really playing quite poorly the whole time, but just kind of given a break by the opposition.
I don't think we've been playing poorly as a team. I just think individuals haven't been pulling their weight.
That might be, yeah, it's a bit harsh wording there, but it felt like Sean. I think we were starting, because it was 10 versus 11. We were starting to get more, you know, control of the game, but it's not like we were creating a plethora of good chances. Like all of a sudden, like we were warming in.
No, you're right.
It's like we were warming up, but then we were given a gift.
I don't think we had a shot on target.
Yeah.
Did we have a shot on target before that moment, Jack?
We should have had a shot on target, because you look at the 2 chances that Sonny, Kane have had. Sonny and Kane, respectively, have had great chances. So I think we should have.
Which one was Sonny's chance?
Sonny, when the one where he shouldn't have been offside, where he was in behind. He shouldn't have been offside.
Oh, yeah.
And then Harry Kane had that free header. Yeah, Harry Kane had free header, and another one.
In the first 2 minutes was also.
Yeah.
Let's be careful here, boys. Be careful. There was never a free kick there. Get rid of it. Well on Romero. Win that one.
Clear again. There you are.
Oh, fucking
no red card, but we won 1-0 with Kane after the North London derby. So I was asking Sean, if you remember that game against Sean Dyche last season against their Burnley, where we kind of were given that penalty, does it feel like a slightly similar game to that Burnley game?
I remember the game, to be honest, mate. What
I remember it being a game where
it was named Collins, the Irish defender.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Bit of a suspect handball where it was kind of.
We were awful in that game.
Have we been playing better in this than you would say in that match?
Yeah. Well, we've been playing better, but we haven't created anything. I don't remember creating much in that game, but in that game, I remember being pissed off thoroughly throughout. Get there!
I think we were playing at home actually in that match as well.
Dude, just don't do anything stupid.
What are you doing, boys?
Don't give it back to Hugo.
Jesus Christ! Fucking hell!
Just clear
Why are you doing this, bollocks?
And you keep giving it back to Hugo there. Why would you give it back to Hugo under no pressure at all?
Oh my God.
Fucking hell.
I just
We
say,
are not good enough. We are not good enough to do this
no
shit.
pressure at all there. Under no pressure at all. You gave it back to him on his
What
left
are you
foot.
doing? That's Hugo. But what is Hugo fucking doing?
Hugo's your captain, right? He's just giving it to Romero 6 yards inside his own box with 2 players coming on the back of him.
Hospital pass.
Hasn't even told him. That is shocking from your.
It's a hospital pass. It's a hospital pass.
Shocking. It's shocking that he's not screaming at Moonhead.
Nowhere near our team.
It's on Moonhead. It's Moonhead's fault for putting him under that pressure, but then it's also Hugo's fault because we know Hugo's not going to make the right decision. When Hugo's put under that pressure, he's never going to make the right decision. He's always going to make the wrong decision.
Sorry, mate. We never, ever, when Foster was in goal, decided to fucking play keep ball in a fucking 6-yard fucking.
What a touch!
But actually, what I would say,
we never did that with Foster ever.
If Forster had received that ball, he would not have made that pass. He would have made a better decision.
He would have just smashed it out.
That's a good point.
He would have just smashed it out. What the fuck is going on?
Turning out as well. Dyer's got to be braver on the ball. He's got to turn out with it. Why is he playing it back into trouble? If you're being pressed, just fucking balloon it. It's what you're known for anyway.
Why are you giving it, though, to someone else who's worse on the ball, but also someone who's going to be put under pressure because it's on their, like, he's giving it to Hugo on a bad angle, like, as well. Like, he's not right-footed either, Hugo. So it's just like, why are you giving it to him under that sort of, it's just no pressure as well. Like, it's just that Dyer just doesn't want to take the onus.
Fuck around!
But the worst
Don't fuck around! Just get rid of the fucking ball!
Oh, Lord. But you know what the worst thing is? Hugo's got to be screaming at them to get cleared their lines.
Oh, my God. It's like it's like Everton don't even have 10 men.
We are rattled. We're taking our own selves out.
What are you doing, Tottenham?
Close it down.
No, fuck's sake.
I said don't do anything stupid. And we've just done everything stupid since then. And now Hugo's applauding everyone. Give a bollocking. Wake them up. They don't need applause.
He's not a leader, Dave. He's not a fucking leader. He's not a leader. Why is he captain of our club?
Against Sporting, he applauds them, and then we go and concede. He needs to bollock them. It's what a captain does in these moments.
He's not a leader, mate. He fucking crumbles. He's a crumbler. He's not a fucking leader. He's not a captain. He should not be captain.
I'm so worried. Set piece as well. I'm so worried. This set piece.
Why is he on the line?
No, my Lord.
How is he not coming out to click that? It's about 80 feet up in the bloody air. He has time to get out and position himself. He's staying on his line.
Oh, my Lord. We're not going to get away with another one of those. We're not going to get away.
I'm sorry. I am fucking angry. I'm angry. What the fuck is that? Ollie Skip, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And now you're fucking like... You're like a little baby, mate. You act like a baby there. You're like a fucking 6-year-old getting bullied by the bigger kids at school. You're not on the fucking playground. You're a professional fucking footballer. And you, Hugo, put us in this fucking situation in the first place. Hugo Lloris should not be playing for Tottenham Hotspur right now. Fraser Foster deserves his space. Hugo, if he is playing, should not be captain. It's a fucking... It's insulting to the idea of meritocracy.
I can't believe...
It's ridiculous.
Can't believe he made a save, though, and he turns around to everyone. Come on, guys. I mean, what's that going to do? What is he even going to achieve?
This guy scored a winning goal for them last time.
Is that Sanchez on the sideline? Please, no.
Sanchez has come on for Longley.
Oh, holy fuck.
Is Longley hurt or something?
I just need 15 minutes.
I don't know why Longley looked like one of the better ones. Longley looked like our better center back, one of our better center backs.
It's not too much to ask. 15 minutes. Please. No mistakes.
Dark Sun G said this is why we shouldn't use Lloris anymore. Come on, you Spurs. I think it just wasn't a surprise to anybody that doubted Hugo. Like, anybody that's seen Hugo's blunders this season knows that he's just going to come straight back into it and do it again. Like, I just have no confidence.
Nothing to do with this playing the ball around the back, bollocks. I want nothing to do with it. You're not good enough. You are not good enough as a defensive 5. And with the
Sanchez is that left-sided center back now as well. This is not good. This is not good. No, this is not. We're going to concede. We're going to concede. We're going to concede. We're going to concede.
What's wrong with that moped? First thing he does is just give the ball back to them. Play him, Sonny. That's just shit.
We're going to concede. I'm sorry.
It's awful.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling myself.
What sort of fucking pass was that from Sonny? What sort of fucking pass was that from you, Sonny? Why are you still on the fucking pitch, bro? You shouldn't have been playing after 45 minutes. Win that ball, Pedro! Good boy!
Well
Good
done,
boy!
Pedro.
Good boy!
The way we're acting,
He's
you
the
think
only
they're
fucking
ones with
one.
11 men. The way we're acting, you think they have 11 men on the pitch.
It's honestly like they gave us a leg up. It's like they gave us a handicap, like in golf or something in this position. It seriously is.
If we finish top 4 this season, it's an indictment
It's a
of how
miracle.
bad the fucking league has been this year.
Miracle on 99th Street or whatever it's called.
Yes, Skip.
Let's go, Kulu.
League.
Let's go.
What a ball. What a ball. Jesus, what a ball.
Love that.
First time.
Come on, Perisic.
Perisic, get it in. It's the way we should be playing. Sonny looks for it. That's better.
Look at Sonny.
Sanchez.
Look at
Oh,
Sonny.
Lord.
He's
Time,
slowing
Pierre.
down before he
Time,
even reaches
Pierre.
the ball.
Oh,
Oh,
Skippy.
Skip, give it to
Why do you keep
Sonny.
passing backwards and sideways?
Honestly, he's the new Harry Winks. Skippings.
No, today he's been great usually, but today he's been awful.
Oh,
Romero,
Romero.
one step too far, bro. One step too far.
Thank you,
Yeah,
ref.
he's going to get a yellow there.
Oh, one of our first bad challenges, he gives a yellow. They pulled us down about 80 bloody times today. It took him 45 minutes or 48 minutes to this.
The referee is desperate to level the playing field on the 10-10.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't have us above the old institution, man. You know, you mad. That's what VAR's here for.
Tyler, member for 10 months, says, parking the bus against a 10-man Everton. Conte must
Paris.
still be running the team from Italy. This team is utter dog crap. What
Do you
would
know
say,
what?
Sean?
It's not even about parking the bus because we're so open. It's unbelievable. It's how rattled we are. That's the problem. We are nervous. You can see it. The
Yeah, we're
first
nervous.
touches, misplaced passes.
We're nervous. We're nervous.
We can't even
People
string a few
clattering each other.
passes
They're
together, though,
nervous
either.
as fuck.
We can't even string a few passes together. If there were
We're
no,
playing against 10 men.
it feels like, Tyler, if there was nobody on the pitch and we were just asked.
Oh, Sonny!
Oh,
For
my
fuck's
Lord.
sake, mate! You're embarrassing.
No.
You're embarrassing.
Wobie.
Look at Sonny now. Get back, Sonny, and do some fucking
No! How?
No,
Oh,
do
hands
not.
behind the
He's-
back.
his
Hands
hands
behind the
are-
back. Hands behind the
defending.
back.
I don't know. He's fucking.
His hands are
mad with that.
probably practically down his shorts. There,
Sonny gives the fucking ball up and then just tracks back.
We're
Like,
so
oh,
nervous.
fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. It's not my job. It's someone else's job now. Fuck off.
We're so nervous. We're so rattled. It's unbelievable. They don't want to win. They're scared to win. And look at this. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. This is pathetic.
Wait, VAR are looking at that. I can hear it in the commentary.
Yeah, but he's
Skippy!
behind his back. There's no way it can be.
Fuck's sake!
Tarkovsky. Oh my Lord, he's just skinning past us. Holy shit. How is it that they're able to get through us like this? How is it that we can't keep possession? It's against 10 men and we can't keep possession. And they're also skinning through us as well.
Their centre back is on the edge of our box, and they're down to 10 men. It's embarrassing. This is so embarrassing.
We've lost all confidence. We've lost
We can't
all
play.
confidence since that fucking stupid
we
little
scored.
fucking.
Since we went
Since,
ahead.
no, since that Romero stupid fucking thing. Here, they're looking at it now. Yeah, it has hit Porro's hand, but his hand's behind his back.
And it
It's
hits
not-
his elbow as well. And it's, I don't even know. Like,
This will be
it's,
Southampton all over again.
No,
You can
it's,
see
it's,
it.
it's, Mora's coming on for Sonny. Thank fucking God. Thank
You know-
fucking God. You should have been off half an hour ago, you prick. I love you, Sonny, but what the fuck has happened to you, mate? You are a shadow of your former self, bro. You're a shadow of your former self.
more testimonials for Lucas instead of Danjuma, though.
It shouldn't have been Lucas. It should have been Danjuma. Yeah, why is Lucas on, actually?
Even as well.
Why is Danjuma on? Why isn't Danjuma on?
He better work his ass off, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's been brought on.
Well,
Because he just runs.
maybe. If you hope he can.
Oh my God. We are so rattled. So,
Keeper!
where the ball's going. Sanchez doesn't even know where the ball's going.
How is it so easy to ping that over Sanchez as well?
Oh no. Just get this over the line. Please blow it up. 8 minutes left to go.
It's like we're a relegation candidate.
Yeah.
And we're hanging on against Manchester United from a lucky 1-0 victory. What the fuck is going on here? We're a fucking top 3 team in the Premier League. Playing against a team who's going down, who have got 10 men on the pitch. Have some fucking stones, you pricks. Jesus Christ, referee.
Oh my God. The risks we are taking is unbelievable.
Danjuma had a better chance of coming on for Everton than he did for Spurs.
What the fuck is this?
So
What the
true.
fuck is this? We are a top 3 team in the league playing against a team that's playing championship football next year. They've got 10 men. We're 1-0 up. And it looks like it's the opposite scenario.
Well, do you know what? The players deserve a lot of the flack today. You know, Conte took a lot of flack for them in the past. They deserve it today. Even if we win, you know, great, whatever else, third, brilliant. But this is not good enough by the players, nowhere near it. And they deserve to be highlighted and called out today. This is a joke. 1-0 up. And they can't keep the ball. They're tackling each other. They're slipping, sliding. It's unbearable.
There's no confidence in our team. There's no confidence in our team.
It's a good pass by Sanchez.
Nice, Harry. Nice job.
Let's go for the second.
Okay.
It's all right.
That'll
All
do.
right.
Poro time.
Man
Time.
on! Man on!
Oh, Kulu, go on. Win another penalty.
Corner!
Throw in.
All
Keep
right.
it down there. Just keep it in the
Keep
corner.
it down there. 6 minutes, boys. 6 minutes.
Tap them in. Big up. Come on, Tottenham. Let's go. Keep ball now. Surely you can keep ball for 6 bloody minutes and not do anything wrong. Oh, we're so slow. Oh, my God.
Pierre, bro.
Jesus Christ. I'm just not going to speak. Because I say don't do something stupid, they do something stupid. I say keep the ball for 6 minutes.
Either Pierre or Sar need to be dropped after
Win
this
the
match.
ball!
But you think Hoiberg would have learned
What
his
are you
lessons last
doing?
week? He had a 5-yard pass onto Kane, similar area of the pitch. I gave away the pass. They went up and won a penalty off him. And now here he is again. 6 minutes to go, 5-yard ball, and it's gone off the fucking advertised hoardings. Where are they learning lessons?
I'm so nervous.
Pierre, come on, man. Win that.
How's
Fucking
that?
hell!
How do they have all this space? We have
Wait a
one
minute.
more man. How do they have all this space?
Smash him.
Let's go!
Oh!
Let's go! Let's go,
What,
Ped!
Burrow?
Let's go, Ped!
Oh, I love this kid. I love him. Look at that. Go on.
It's our ball! Rah! That was out!
Get on with the game. Sean's job to appeal. Not everyone on the pitch. Just get on with it.
That's out! Fuck you! Oh, fuck off!
He is a calamity, this idiot.
Oh, no.
He doesn't even care.
That's a
Do you know what?
really
He doesn't
dangerous...
actually even care he's giving away the free kick. Look how he walks away. He's secretly delighted. He doesn't
It's a
care.
really dangerous position to lose a free kick.
He doesn't care.
That is a really fucking dangerous position. Garner, right?
The old lad says, Christ, we are bad. Yeah.
My heart rate's going 200 bits per minute right now.
Dyer, Sanchez, one of you get your big empty airheads onto this. Hugo Reese, watch the shot.
Pick your line. Pick your line. Harry Kane, why get on the fucking right line, boys? Are you talking to each other? Who's talking? Why is you go? Why is?
Get rid of it. Don't let go.
Oh my God.
Come on!
Like, send everyone up.
Come on!
Pump it long and camp them in.
Come on!
Sanchez done his best to touch it, didn't he? Done everything to touch it. He did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He loves it.
Sebas Wolf in the chat. Sebas Wolf in the chat saying, "As a Colombian, guys, we do not claim Sanchez."
As an Irish, we don't want him either. We've got enough. We've got enough plebs.
Let's go. Let's go.
Does
Win that
USA
one.
want to claim him?
Oh, well done, Lucas.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Win
know.
it!
Thank you,
He's 10
Moonhead.
yards behind him. Honestly.
He
they should
loses
just
that
put
to
on-
Tom Davies, of all people.
They should just put on circus music when you're watching Sanchez. But every time he runs,
Tom Davies,
Don't know.
the fucking microbrewer center mid.
Hang on, Tottenham. Let's go. Fucking hang on.
Okay, let him have it for as long as he
Why am I
wants.
saying hang on? Fuck that.
Oh, go on, Lucas. Okay, let him have it. Let him have it. Let him stand there for 20 minutes with the ball if he wants it. No, we're going to put pressure on. Win that. Well done. Break. Oh, Lucas.
Oh, it's a nice effort. It's a lovely effort. Lovely effort. It's our ball, ref.
He's gone here. He's gone.
Oh,
Lucas given a red.
What an idiot.
Lucas given a
I
red.
told you the ref was trying to do that. I fucking told you. What happened? I've got to see that again. I've got to see that again.
I didn't see it.
He still come out.
I didn't see it.
Well, it's not. Is there only a red card if it's fucking
He's gone true. He's gone absolutely true.
Well, I want to see that again.
I didn't see it. Hey, man.
You know, and this is the problem. You put on people that are already leaving. They don't care. Just don't care. Look.
Oh
yeah. That's a red
I
card,
will
yeah.
say, though, is that not similar to what...
Is that Seamus Coleman, though? How different is that from Seamus Coleman's?
Yeah.
How different is that from Seamus Coleman's? How different is that from Seamus Coleman's?
Look, if this is red and that one earlier was, this is a joke.
Yeah,
But
I mean, that is
both
fact. I
reds.
think it's
I
just
call
because
for
it
red
happens
earlier.
right in
Both
front of the
reds.
ref. It's because it happens right in front of the ref.
All right, let's make a substitution now, shall we?
But you know what you're seeing here, though? Something like that from Lucas. You're seeing people who don't care.
Leave it alone! What are you doing, Sanchez? Just leave it fucking alone!
Can't.
Jesus Christ! Just leave it alone,
Pierre,
you
who are you
dickhead!
passing to half the time now?
Absolute fucking dickhead!
What was Hoiberg doing?
Who are you passing to?
There's the ball to Everton and sprints after it. Oh, no. You got to be
Sanchez,
strong.
you're on the field to win a header. Jesus, no, he just swings a leg at anything that moves.
No.
No.
Oh, we got lucky there. Porro, go. Go. Oh, Jesus.
Come on, Decky! Wakey, fucking wakey!
This is a joke. We're embarrassment.
We are so shit.
We shouldn't even be under the pressure to get Lucas a red card. We should just be...
What's Lucas Moura doing, by the way, on that fucking red card? What
We are
cunt.
so
No,
shit.
that's the problem. You play players who don't care. You get attitudes that don't care.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that word. Sorry, guys.
So you do. Do not let him. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no!
I just said don't let him shoot. I just said do not fucking...
Fuck off!
We are embarrassing. Fucking embarrassing. You know, no pressure on him. Just go on.
Fuck off!
We knew it was
Let's
happening.
start like the
We
way
knew it was
season
fucking
closes.
happening. We knew
And
it
let's
was
get
fucking
that away
happening.
from
You absolute!
We are embarrassing.
Fucking
We're so
joke!
shit.
We are embarrassing. 10 men, and they put the pressure on us, just like Southampton last week. No lessons learned. It's a joke. Here we are, a joke. Fucking joke. I'm sick of it. They don't care. They do not care. We should have seen a reaction today. We should have seen a performance. Look at it. It's too easy. They're all standing there. Look. Any of them? No, not one wants to go and closer. Not fucking one. Go on, have a shot. Go on. Why not? And Hugo Lloris is just, he doesn't even know it.
Standing there!
Yeah, that's your captain. That's your captain, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking hell. He is a disgrace. He shouldn't even be out there today. He shouldn't even fucking be out there today. Jesus, there is no accountability at this football club. Act a dickhead and play for Tottenham Hotspur week in, week out. It's a joke.
We're so shit. We knew it was coming, though. We just knew it was. Oh.
Corner! There's a corner, referee! What are you trying to do to us? You're the fucking disgrace, ref.
Wow.
You're a fucking disgrace. Fuck everything. Fuck you all.
I'm sick of this.
Hugo, though, thinks it's going wide.
Honestly, someone can send him to the cinema.
Hugo thinks it's going wide.
We're disgraceful.
Hugo thinks it's going wide. Technically, it was also, I mean,
Sick of being embarrassed by this.
even though it's shot more from the middle of the field, but it is going towards Hugo's left side. Like, it's an easier side for him to save it on as well. Like, it's near post more for him as well.
You got to question the hunger and the desire and the commitment to Tottenham, though. They just let him shoot. They let him shoot. When they go down to 10 men, we think it's a fucking jolly up. We sit back. We start doing what we always do. We only done this 2 weeks ago. All the players got called out for it, and here they fucking are doing it again. Holy shit. I actually can't believe what's going on at this club. Can't believe it. It's embarrassing. I'm sick of it. I'm fed up with it.
We are fucking horrible.
I'm done. I'm done. Fucking end the season.
We're horrible.
I need to go to the toilet. I've had enough.
Pierre, another giveaway, man.
Oh, fuck off, ref! What are you doing, mate? here, bro? What is this? What is this from you, referee? What actually is this, mate? That was an absolute bullshit decision. Just like the corner. Fuck off. You're desperate for Tottenham to lose this game. You were desperate to give the red card. You're a fucking joke. It was so obvious. You had no option but to give Doucouré a red, and you've been desperate to give one back ever since.
We were asking for it, though, Sean. Like, we knew, like I said 10 minutes ago, I knew that we were going to concede. We all saw it coming. We knew we were going to concede. Oh, my Lord. We're going to concede again.
I called it. When I seen Hugo Lloris high-fiving them, I knew it was coming. But you know what, though, guys? This is what I've been saying all week. Be worried about Stellini being in charge. You're going to see the same shit. He's from the stable of Conte.
Yeah.
He's saying it all fucking week.
It was Conte that, yeah, but listen, it doesn't change. Conte wanted to go.
I get it.
Remember that.
I get it. But let's also remember, that we can't keep making the managers the problems. These players have to take fucking accountability.
Yeah, but Conte
behind.
wanted to go. Here we go. Get back there, Pedro. Well done, mate.
You didn't touch him. Why do we
Cleary,
keep
just
giving it
fucking
back to
Cleary.
Hugo? Fuck off, Hugo. Fuck off.
Why
Out
is
of
he
my
in the
club.
fucking team?
Get out. Get out. He can go. He can go. All green 2
Oh
1
my
6 member for 11
How are
months.
you even hitting it across? Like, you
Says
were
any fan-
hopeless. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, no, it is. You're right, Jack. It is fucking hopeless. He says any fan, where is he? He says any fan who thinks Conte was the problem is deluded. Look, it does show that, like, there's a lot deeper problems than the manager. But look,
It doesn't matter what the fans thought, mate.
It's not.
Conte sacked
wanted to
himself.
go.
At the end of the day, Conte sacked himself.
It doesn't matter what the fans wanted. Conte wanted to go. Stop looking to blame the fans.
Conte was right about a lot of these players, our Green. Absolutely right about a lot of these players, but ultimately he sacked himself.
Oh, go on.
Romero?
Do not.
Oh, fuck off, ref! What are you fucking doing, bro? That would never have gone the other way.
I tell you, it'd be very interesting to see what Jamie and Carragher or whoever's in the studio have to say about Tottenham tonight. Very interesting. That says we need Poch back and quick. This is why I wanted to be calling for the permanent appointment. I just found it strange that we would just continue on with the exact same shit. Found it strange. Joke. Clear that. Oh my God.
We can't even. Sanchez has been a walking liability since coming on.
Wrong sub. Oh my God.
Pierre, man. Jesus, dude.
Højbjerg's been absolutely wank.
Today.
Absolute
He's
wank.
been a disgrace.
Let's go. Let's go!
Hello?
Corner!
Fuck.
Oh, you're going to give that to us, are you, ref? Are you going to give it to us, perhaps? Oh, you are?
Fuck
Why is
Hulu.
that?
That looked good chance. That was a good chance. Who got the block? That was a good chance.
Paul Batty, a.k.a. SPURS, says Hugo has to go. This is embarrassing. I know, I'm sick of it, man. You can't even put in a good corner at the end of the game either. That's
Blow the whistle, ref. Yeah, of course you would, mate. No fucking chance for a second bite of the cherry, you.
I mean,
we don't deserve this. We do not deserve this. These players owed us today. They fucking owed us. They've capitulated all season long. They capitulated in all the cups. They've capitulated now a top 4 battle, which they've been very lucky to be in. They owed us today, and that's the shit they went out and put in. First half, we were angry because it was shit. It didn't look like a team that wanted to play together, that wanted to fight together for a common cause, just for 10 fucking games. 10 fucking games, and they come out and put that shit in today. They go down to 10 men in the second half, and we play like we've got 10 men. It's embarrassing. And then their goal, we just allow them to shoot. We're bringing on players off the bench who just don't want to be here beyond this season, and their attitudes are reflecting that when they're coming on. It's a fucking shambles. They owed us today. They fucking owed us today, and they let us down.
Honestly, we are one of the worst teams in the Premier League, simple as right now in this moment in time. There are a lot of stats that have shown that in the last 10 games that we basically have been practically one of the worst teams in general. But this just proved to me, I mean, despite us in the position that we sat, we did no way deserved, I think, 3 points. Especially, it just was even worse. Somehow we started playing even worse when it was only 10 men. I mean, this is like peak levels of shit. This is peak levels of terrible. This is peak levels of just a terrible team. I think we're paying the price for Hugo coming in. I don't really want to maybe make too many bold conclusions, but we started becoming under a lot more pressure because we started giving the ball back basically through the likes of giving the ball to Lloris. It felt like all the center backs didn't want to take any onus on the ball, and so they gave it to Lloris. Lloris put us under further pressure. The goal as well seemed to also, let's be honest, he didn't make an effort for it because he seemed to think it was going wide or whatever it was, because it looked like a great hit. It did seem to be a great hit from Michael Keane, but by Hugo Lloris's reaction, he doesn't seem to think that it's blown past him because, he's not able to get there. It's more because it's blown past him because he seems to think it's just going wide. But Sonny, a lot to be desired. Harry Kane started to disappear, I think, into the game. I think especially the second half, I think he disappeared more so than in the first half. You look at Kulusevski, I think it was kind of more the same from the first half from him, where I feel like, I don't know about you, Sean, but I feel like Kulusevski continues to get into good positions, but is just leaving a bit wanted in some of those positions. He's either not playing the ball or it's getting blocked, or it maybe ends up not really leading to anything. I mean, probably the two worst players on the pitch for me might have been actually Skip and Pierre. I think Skip and Pierre probably were the two worst players on the pitch at the end of the day, but I don't know, Sean, take it from there. I mean, it was a day where honestly we looked like a relegation-like team. That's how bad we really looked. Like we couldn't even string a few passes together against a 10-man side Dyche team. It was sad.
So angry, mate. I'm so fucking angry.
It was sad to watch. It was sad.
So angry because, yeah, everything you just said was bang on, Jack. And the players didn't. Some players did themselves no harm tonight in my mind. Others were a disgrace.
Porro and Romero, actually, if we were to give any positive.
Porro and Romero were superb. I don't think the players pay attention in the game. I don't think they're like, I don't think that they're like observant of what's happening. In the first half, I don't think that they're paying attention to the shift in Dyche's strategies from the press, where you have three men zooming in on the player, and then 10 minutes later they don't. And it's almost like Tottenham recognize it and then wait and until the shift changes back to being like a 4-5-1, and then Tottenham are like, oh wait, yeah, now it's the time to push the ball, press the ball faster, because 5 minutes ago they were pressing us. It's like there's absolutely no communication, no observation, no awareness, and no like ability to take advantage of the situation that the other team are doing when it's happening. And it's mind-numbingly exhausting. These guys are professional football players. They should be able to take instruction. Or if they can't figure it out when it's happening, there's someone on the bench should be saying, like, phase 1, phase 2, whatever. Like, have some sort of code words where you can let them know what's going on. And it was the same throughout the 90 minutes. They go down to 10 men. If it hadn't been worse. If it hadn't been for that penalty, mate, we weren't scoring a goal. We weren't scoring a goal. If it hadn't been for that penalty, we weren't scoring a goal. We score the pen, and then nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changes. And then we get worse. Yeah. We get worse. We're 1-0 up against a relegation fodder candidate, and we are trying to get into the top 3, and we perform worse. We go more defensive against 10 men when you're 1-0 up. With 15 minutes to go. What are you doing? Like, what are you fucking doing? And those people in the comments that I'm sure are saying, like, Conte's not to blame. Let's go back to Daniel. Like, bore off. Like, it's nothing to do with that. Conte didn't want to be here. The players should know better. The players, man for man, are better than the Everton team. The players are a joke this evening. And it doesn't matter whether it's Conte or Stellini or whoever. The players tonight were... It's just ridiculous. It's unfathomable to me why we couldn't get that game over the line. It's mad. It's madness.
I think
You know,
it's always more pathetic though too, Sean, to see when we always knew that if we were going to continue with Stellini and Mason, we weren't going to be the most tactically innovative team. It's not like we were going to rip everything up and try a new system and try new ideas. It was going to be on the players, I think, Sean, to push themselves, to prove Antonio Conte wrong, to prove a lot of what has been said about them wrong. Did they really do that tonight? I don't think they did, Sean. I don't think they
showed him
did.
that he
They
was
proved a
right.
lot of people wrong. I mean, that you would think that's what they wanted to do tonight. Go out and prove Conte wrong. Go out and prove a lot of people wrong about what's been said about them. I don't think they really did that. I mean, some of them might have. I think Romero might have. I think Porro might have. A few, but let's be honest. Even Højbjerg absolutely didn't. Like a lot of players out there did not really prove Antonio Conte wrong, in my opinion, tonight in any way.
No. And nor did they have the desire to either. You know, look, from minute one it was loose, it was nervous, you know, misplaced passes. First half I thought was better than the second half. But no, they didn't really try and ounce in that second half. Look, let's face it, we got lucky. Harry Kane got them reduced to 10 men. Romero was the most alert in the box and ended up winning us a
Yeah.
penalty. Outside of that, we don't fuck all. We didn't take charge of our own destiny. We didn't do it. As soon as we went 1-0 up, we bottled it. Their assholes went. They start sliding around, misplaced passes, tackling each other. You're seeing balls whipped in from out wide, straight through the middle of our pitch. Where's our fucking midfielders? You know, Hugo Lloris, that's your captain. The guy dances through two people. He makes a save.
He should never have been on the fucking pitch. He should never have been on the pitch.
Though, Shawnee, and he stands there and he's like, "Come on, guys." I mean,
he's a joke.
Like,
he's a joke. He's a joke of a fucking player, Dave. He should never have been on the fucking pitch.
Last week, right? Last week, we went 3-3. We threw away a 3-1 goal at lead, right? We end up fucking up the game, right? Today, you know, with that in mind, where's Hugo telling them to wake up, bollocking them after it happening before the international break? That's what he should be doing, but all he does is, "Well done, guys," and it sums up the culture. Look, I'm not getting into Antonio Conte. He's gone. We need to fucking move on. But everything he said before he got himself sacked was 100% spot on. And then players had a chance today to prove that he was wrong, and they didn't do it. They have no balls whatsoever. They don't care about the fans that give up everything to watch them, that travel the length and breadth of the country, that travel all around Europe to watch them lose to the likes of Ennis Moore and shit like that. They do not care. And what Graham Souness said at the weekend about this team having no leaders in there, no senior pros,
Also true.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Correct. Yeah.
That has also been proven true. I think it's the last thing on Lloris before we'll probably say other moments. I bet plenty of people in the chat have plenty to say about that guy, but I think just quickly too on him, like it's multiple times when he had received it under pressure and then had given it away or had put us under further pressure. You just see Lloris, he either rolls his eyes or he shrugs his shoulders or he just sort of like throws his arms up in the air. He also just doesn't take any sort of accountability at all when put in these sort of moments. And when he puts us under further pressure, he, as the captain, should, like you say, Dave, be asking people to calm down. Also, as well, be telling people not to put us under further pressure. But instead, he just cowers away or he basically just blames others. It looks like he actually has, you wouldn't even know that he is the captain. That's the thing. When you watch Hugo and his body language, when you watch Hugo and his sort of mannerisms and everything, you wouldn't know he's the captain unless you saw his left arm. That's really what it is. You wouldn't know he's the captain.
When he rolled that ball to Romero had two people on his hold on the penalty spot, and he didn't scream at him to get rid of it, or he didn't even care that them players behind him and boot it long himself. He's checked out, Jack.
Yeah.
He's completely checked out. He doesn't want to, after that World Cup, the disappointment of he's checked out. He's waiting to retire.
Yeah. Here it is from Dan Coy. Speaking of, maybe not worth the money or just not worth people's money. He says, I have spent £140 for the next 2 upcoming games. Why am I wasting my money when the football we're seeing isn't even worth it? I think we genuinely looked like a relegation side team today. Like if we can't look at any stage like a better team than Everton when they had 10 men, that is scary. That is just scary. They also had the majority of possession. It felt like they had the majority of possession in this game as well. Felt like they were the ones creating better chances than us too. It's scary to see because this is, at the end of the day, what is supposed to be a Sean Dyche Everton side that don't create a plethora of chances and don't also dominate the ball. That's how bad we are at this moment in time, Dan. I don't think I don't think any price is worth what we've been watching. It really isn't. I don't think anything is. I'll be honest, yeah. But I mean,
waste your money. I would encourage everybody, don't bother. Do not bother. Do not bother going to the game to support them. And if you do go, boo them. I'm sick of hearing all they're human beings, this, that, and the other. But they're not fucking doing the job that they're being paid, well paid to do. If you're at that stadium, boo them and let them know your dissatisfaction. Too many times around here do we pussyfoot around players, make excuses. You can't let them realize it's, oh, if you boo them, they fold. I don't care. You praise them, they fold. You have people sitting there singing, I love Eric Dyer and Eric Dyer loves me. And he folds week in, week out. You know, make sure you know what they're putting in is nowhere near good enough if you go to that stadium. Big up, Dan.
Brandon Troller saying never want to see Lucas, Lloris, or Sanchez again. I maybe someone said to me, I think it might have been Steve D or somebody. Someone said to me the reason Longley was taken off was because he was on a yellow card. I guess that could be a valid reason, but just knowing that Sanchez is the guy that you're bringing in, like, you know, you're going to be a lot worse off, and you know you're going to be put under even further pressure. And it actually felt like all of a sudden we couldn't win any headers. All of a sudden we started losing the ball even more. Felt like we were put under further pressure. Not a coincidence, it feels like, once Sanchez comes in. And then also as well, I just think Lloris has just shown yet again why Forster has just been a better player so far this season. Lucas, it was weird with Lucas. Like, I actually think he looked all right when coming on, but then the red card just showed that his head just wasn't even switched on, and he's just not in the right headspace at this moment in time. It was a bonehead decision to make, and he cost us. He put us in a terrible position. He made us even worse for us. At the end of the day, he takes a huge part to blame in all of this, despite maybe only just coming on. He takes a huge part in the loss because we found ourselves in a good position, but we put ourselves in a worse position because of his decision. Michael here. Yeah. He's checked out.
Michael, member for 11 months, says, I'm not even surprised we were getting rinsed by 10-man teams. We don't deserve a single point. It's a bloody joke. Sean, what would you say to Michael?
Deserve it of a point?
Do we even deserve a point tonight?
I don't even know.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. But
it's two terrible.
I think a draw was a fair result. I think a draw was the fair result. But I don't even know what to say, mate. I'm angry beyond belief, and it's heartbreaking. I just watched the replay. It was a belter of a finish, though, from Keane, whoever it was who scored it. Absolute.
Yeah. Do you agree with Jack, though, Sean, that we look like a relegation team right now, and we have done for a while?
I mean, look, we didn't get ourselves fourth, and then have hung on to it. Like we are still where we are. I know we're fifth tonight, I guess, but I think that every team is capable of beating every team. I think that anyone that pays disrespect to any team and expects to win willy-nilly is deluding themselves. Like this season has proven that the team that's bottom has beaten the team. Yeah, I think, was it Arsenal were top? Who was bottom at the time when Arsenal got beaten by them? Was it Everton? Yeah. Right. So I think that there's a never-ending, like, the gap isn't that as big as we think it is. However, it's not so much about the result. It's not so much about the concession of the goal. It's the way we went about it when they went down to 10 men. It screams of a team with zero confidence.
Yeah.
And no real idea how to close a game out. And that is not a new thing that happened tonight. That's a thing that Tottenham have faced. Whenever you want, Tottenham need to be up 2-3-0 to get the 3 points. When we don't have it, we are always vulnerable. And even Southampton last week or 2 weeks ago, we were 3-1 up and we end up giving it away. I just think that Tottenham are, have got absolutely zero confidence and zero backbone in the team. And I agree with everything that everyone's saying in the comments regarding that kind of ethos. I don't know what to say, guys. I'm furious. I'm so angry. So angry right now.
It's a speechlessly bad performance, Sean. I mean, it leaves you speechless seeing. It's also, I think we all knew that we were terrible, but it is new levels of poor. It really, but also is like when we are given gifts, like as well, we were given a gift by Everton with that penalty, given a gift by Everton with that red card, and we're still not even good enough to take advantage of it.
Had the red card not happened, I don't think Everton beat us, right? I think The red card happens for a fleeting moment. Tottenham suddenly get on the front foot and do what you're supposed to do if you're a top 4 team playing against a bottom 3 team. We win the penalty, we get the goal against 10 men, and then all of a sudden we go, oh shit, now we've got something to protect, and we can't do it, whether it's against 11 men or 10 men. You know what? Maybe we might have been better off had Everton not gone down or the penalty not had happened. Like once you have something to protect at Tottenham, it seems like it's something that you lose. And
Yeah.
like Tottenham, the story of Tottenham all season is to be the chasers, not the protectors, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what to make of it, but this team has absolutely zero ability to see out a game. And the only time that we walk away from games, you know, feeling like proud or whatever is when we're chasing a deficit that we shouldn't have been in the first place. The team is an absolute. It's just a shambles. The club's a shambles right now,
Stinks of
and
lack of leadership. Everything.
you're right, man. There's absolutely zero
And
backbone in
no
this team or
confidence. I
leadership.
agree with Sean. It stinks of a lack of confidence. A team with confidence would take advantage of the gifts that we were given in this game. A team with confidence would be given a penalty and be like, great, lads, like, we'll take advantage of this. Let's move on from here. It was same with the red card. I agree with you, Sean. A team that doesn't have any confidence doesn't take advantage of that, and also doesn't look like a better team with those circumstances. Like, we just looked like a even worse team, which speaks to how we just don't have any sense of what we're doing, I think, either. Like, we just don't even know. We're not even on the same page with each other as well. That's what's also a concern. Sometimes you see players passing it to each other and one's moving and then they're expecting them to come short and one's going long. It's also just so out of sync at this moment in time.
The thing is as well, though, like when we went down to 10 men there, that all starts with the back line. And what I mean by that is on the ball. Look how many risks we took. Needless risks, because no one has a bit of a pass range to have the nous just to dip one over somebody. Everything has to be to feet, which leads everything pressing us when they've got 10 men. And we're juggling the ball around. We can't. And when you're passing, your first touch is wrong. Your passing's not crisp. Like you see now, we play ourselves into trouble. We end up hoosing the ball long. Everton take the ball, come back at us, and what do? Sit back, allow them to, and it kept on happening. And the whole that has to change this summer. New goalkeeper, good with his feet. New backline who can fucking get a hold of a ball and want to play. The whole thing stinks of a lack of leadership. Everyone looks scared to perform right now. Everyone looks scared, and I'm bored of it. I'm fed up with it. Weak, spineless, coward idiots. I'm done. They are doing their best to absolutely ruin everything. They're doing their best to absolutely implode this. Absolutely they are. And I'm bored of it. I'm sick of them. And tonight they deserve, and all week, they deserve every single
No
ounce
sympathy.
that's going to come their way. Every single ounce. I don't want to hear any sympathy. I don't want to hear people going, come on, guys, it's got to stop. They're humans. Fuck that. I'm human too. And they let me down week in, week out, and it's enough. Pissed off. I've had enough. It's done.
Darkson G says, Lloris has cost us the game again. Oh my effing God. I hate this so much. But as much as Lloris is the culprit for it, Darkson G, this is what I put out that video for. Whoever comes in, whatever manager there is that decides to put Hugo in front, it's going to be a mistake. And the onus falls on the manager. I think it is difficult because Hugo is the captain. So you're not only dropping sort of your number one goalkeeper of the last multiple seasons, but you're also dropping your captain. I understand it's difficult. I understand it's kind of like a player political sort of situation where you're kind of making a big rupture in the squad, but he costs us. He is more of a liability to us than he is a help. He hurts us more than he helps us. And I think that any manager should realize that putting Hugo in is going to cost you more than it is going to help you. Yeah. And then Jerome saying 10 men Everton played better than us while we still had 11 players. Conte was right about those players all along. It's the thing, though, right, where you would feel like maybe Jerome, they'd go in to try to prove Antonio wrong. Maybe they're thinking over this whole international break. Yep, I have this time off to think about maybe how I can, right, kind of stick it to him, kind of, prove him wrong in some sense or form. But they've only just proven him right. It actually feels like after this performance, just the lack of accountability, just sort of the inconsistency in their effort levels as well. I don't know, guys. It feels like I was hopeful. And even though I was stubbornly Conte in, and even though I agreed with a lot of what Conte had said, I was actually hoping that these players were going to try to stick it to him and try to prove him wrong. but they just couldn't. And let's be honest, maybe that's not a bit of a surprise. It's not a surprise, actually, maybe that they haven't, because they're really just more of a reality check, maybe not good enough, actually.
How many more people in the media, managers, people, fans, how many more people have to comment on these guys before we get it? It's ridiculous. Criticized everywhere, and no one seems to take any outs of it and go, "Holy fuck, we've got a problem."
Okay, but what's the solution to the problem?
I don't know.
Because everyone, I know what
So
everyone is.
bad,
I know everyone wants to throw their anguish,
every,
right? But
there's so many problems that I don't even know where you start to sort that out. You need a new captain. You need senior pros in the squad. You need a manager. You need a director of football. You need a chairman and an owner that need to get on the same page and try and sort this shit out a bit quicker than what it is, and realize the dangers that are coming. It just stinks. Everyone, absolutely everyone. And I don't even know where to start to fix this.
Dark Sun G here might be a solution. He says Lloris should be stripped of his captaincy armband after today. I mean, oh my God, he hit the ball onto Tom Davies' body and it almost went in. This is not a captain.
That was embarrassing.
Yeah. Hugo's
Is that a
the
start,
first one
Sean?
that has to
Maybe
go.
stripping Hugo of the captaincy and dropping Hugo again? Is that maybe more of a start? It's not the best solution. It's not the immediate solution. It's not the first solution.
Yeah,
but
it's one of the problems that needs to change. But you know what? Like I'd love to understand. I'd love somebody, again, communication, right? I would love Stellini to come out, and then for somebody like Ali Gold, who's probably at the game tonight, to ask the question, what was the rationale for that? Why even start him in the first place? In what world does Hugo Lloris deserve to start just because he's fresh versus a guy who has done a brilliant job keeping us in games that we otherwise would have lost had it not been for his brilliant saves in 3 different competitions? He wasn't responsible for Sheffield United. He wasn't responsible at Milan. And he wasn't responsible in the Premier League against Wolves or against Nottingham Forest or against Southampton. On what planet is there any justification for dropping him for Hugo, who's straight back from an injury, and by the way, before he got injured, was an absolute shit show for months? On what planet is that a justifiable?
There's only
make
2
that
reasons.
make sense. And if you can't make it make sense, then I have massive question marks around why you're doing those decisions, and also whether or not that fella Ard de God or whatever the guy's name was, Ard de God, the Dutch guy who said there's too much player protection, too much dressing room protection. And maybe, just maybe, that's a perfect example of the fact that Hugo Lloris comes straight back in, the fact that Sonny stays on the pitch until the 83rd minute tonight. Right. And then when he comes on, you bring on Lucas Moura instead of Dan Juma. Like, I'm sorry, it's not on Conte, it's on Stellini, it's not on Daniel Levy for what those decisions are. It's on the people that are in charge. Stellini, what the fuck was that, bro? What was that? 3 or 4 decisions there were absolutely shocking. There was, I didn't see any I saw 0 in-game management.
Yeah.
You are just as culpable as when I was angry with Conte for making the same poor decisions. Like, you have to, you're getting paid to do a job. Do your job and explain your decisions after the fact. I want to see Ali Gold asking very pertinent and very honest questions of that guy in the next 20 minutes in the post-game press conference, because there's some questions that need to be answered.
There's only 2 reasons, Sean, that someone would drop Forster. And the 2 reasons would be either Forster was doing something wrong that would warrant him being dropped for Hugo, or Hugo, like you maybe were saying, let's say he was fantastic before his injury. Then it's like, well, he is the #1 goalkeeper. He was brilliant before he even got injured in the first place. You bring him in for that reason. Problem is, none of those are true. Forster really wasn't doing all that bad to warrant being dropped. And then Hugo wasn't doing all that well in the first place before he got injured to warrant being put in back ahead of Forster. So it's just unexplainable in any sort of account, unless the reason is, this is the scary one that you're kind of talking about, player power and no meritocracy. Like, the reason is, oh, Hugo, well, he's such a servant for us. He's a great captain, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well,
if we don't play him again, then there'll be trouble. The dressing room won't play for me. Well, they don't play for you anyway, bro. Right? They're not playing for anyone right now. They're not playing for themselves. It's a fucking embarrassment.
I think it's a start, Dark Sun G, stripping him of the captaincy. I don't think it's the first solution or the best solution or the immediate solution, but it is a start. And we have so many places we need to fix with this club. But I just think he's never been a captain for us. That's a real role model captain for this football club at all. Pick yourself up. And then he also says, I really miss Hill Messi, Richie, and Bentoncourt's aggression. I feel like Hill is the one that would be nice to still have around, like, because we know that we're not using Danjuma. Felt like you'd almost rather just have Hill because it felt like we were giving Hill more chances than we ever were giving Danjuma. Richarlison would have been very beneficial today, but this has sort of been Richie's thing, Dark Sunji. You and I both know this. Like, he's never available. He's never available to be picked from.
Yeah.
And he could have been used today with what Sean was absolutely spot on about. No box presence, no people that seem to want to put themselves in there on Keane or on Tarkovsky to try to cause them trouble. And Richarlison would have been that guy. Problem is, he's just never available. He's never fit. And then Bentoncourt, we all know that he would have been an absolute, we need Bentoncourt. Maybe we're starting to see when Skippy and Pierre aren't able to put in good performances, we start to see that this midfield can really get overrun and just bullied to a degree. I agree with you, Dark Sun G. Jason Bell saying, I expected a loss today, but the way we drew feels even worse than a loss. Anybody want to comment on that? After we were given the break to go 1-0 ahead, does this make it feel even worse?
Yeah, you're playing two relegation candidate teams. If you're a top team in the Premier League, I get you can't write off or disrespect any team. But you got to be taking 6 points when you're chasing for a Champions League spot. It comes down to hunger, desire. How much do you want it? Do you want to win? But I don't. You know the truth of it. It's not good enough chasing two relegation teams. You know,
lads, I got to jump.
All right,
sorry.
Sean. I put the link in a
Love
few
you.
times. Thank you as always, Sean. I'm sorry it's these circumstances, but anything coming up on the channel, Sean? Sorry.
Same as usual. Wednesday night. It's going to be a difficult one now.
Yeah.
With Phil P. 7:00 Wednesday. We're doing a Levy or like a general what's the problem thing. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a wonderful evening. Love to everyone in the comments. Hope you're all having a good time. Sorry about Tottenham, but yeah, we'll march on. See you guys.
Speak again soon, Shawnee.
Thank you,
See
Sean.
man.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for today. Thank you for
See
your help.
brother. But you know what? Jason Bell is spot on. But you know what it is, Jack? It's the manner of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's the manner of it that makes it feel like a defeat. You know, everyone's sitting back, being cowards, standing off people, no one in a rush to close people down. When we do have the ball, we get scared, heavy touches, sloppy passes, like that Højbjerg one to Sanchez.
Yeah.
Sanchez is 5 yards away from him. It's the 83rd minute. He puts it to the right of him and out for a throw-in. These things are unforgivable and should not be happening. If you're looking to see out a game, you got to keep the ball. That's how you do it. But we don't. We're rattled, and it's just the manner of it that makes it feel even worse. I could sit there and go, you know what, crack and go, fair play. But it's not. Like, look, yeah, he got a good strike on the ball, but it's at a nice height. If Hugo dives, it's about middle height. Get a hand onto it.
It's more infuriating, though, when we saw it coming from 20 minutes ago.
Do you know what's worse? How much have I spoken about our defenders not loving or wanting to defend? If you're a true defender, you run at that and take that in the face, in the chest. You take it in the bollocks. Nope, we don't want to do that. We don't want to get anywhere near in the way. And this is what I keep coming back to. If you have defenders who hate defending, who are nervous defending, and you don't have a good defense, this will always happen. Don't forget, I said this in the summer. I warned people it's going to come. I warned people it was going to come. And this is why we've got to stop going, Dyer is a good backup, or Sanchez is a good squad player. Remember, everyone was praising Sanchez for the 7 clean sheets he was involved in? That's the result of him coming on today. How shit was he? First thing, what was the first thing he done? Give the ball back to Everton. And this is the result, and this is what I've been trying to tell people. There may be squad players, but they're going to play, whether it's off the bench or in other games.
They'll find themselves in there.
And this is why we've got to stop making excuses for the likes of Dyer and Davies and people like that. But not speaking about Davies, he wasn't there today. But we just got to stop making these excuses for these people, Jack.
Yeah.
It's just got to stop happening. Just call a spade a spade. If you don't want any more of these results, don't excuse them. Just do not.
Jason, we all knew this was going to be a slog. We all knew this wasn't going to be easy. It's disappointing. It's disappointing, Jason, to see it end in that sort of way, because we probably didn't expect to be given that sort of break by Everton. But then once we were given that break and we took advantage of it, it's just more deflating, because you get yourself up for it only to be crushed down again. It's just classic with Spurs. It feels this way. Loves Music in here, I believe. Yes, Loves Music is the next one. He says, F my life. We are so bad. I think the form, there's some sort of stats. I think it had to do with goals conceded or something like that, as well as even goals scored. If I'm not mistaken, Loves Music. Like, Spurs have genuinely been like relegation form, like the last like 6-7 games. Like, genuinely have been one of the worst teams in the last 5-6 games in the Premier League, or whatever it has been. We have been literally relegation form type team, and it just showed today against a relegation team like Everton. 10 men versus 11, and we somehow looked like we were the team with 10 men, and they were just cutting right through us, and they had 10 men as well. That is scary. Stackademic says this team is full of gutless losers, embarrassing results, shocking tactics after the red. Sell Son and upgrade the entire defense. Come on, you Spurs. The sooner that defense is upgraded, it's probably the best and the most immediate solution that needs to be happening, Stackademics. But for the time being, honestly, where I'm more maybe left a bit more disappointed is the fact that I did think these players, after they have come out and, all these rumors and everything about where they went wrong with Conte, we're hearing all this stuff about how the training methods weren't good enough, and how certain things that he did with the, maybe kind of mental parts of the game they didn't like. We're just hearing a lot of rumors about how Conte and their relationship, right, had been fractured. And so you would
Hear it
think
on
that they
every
would take
manager,
this
don't you?
chance Stackademics, to prove Conte wrong. They would take a chance to sort of stick it to them, but no, they decided to prove Conte right. Actually, that's what they did.
But the reality is, though, Jack, the reality is that, they never went on and proved Jose Mourinho wrong either. Some of these same players that have been here since the Pochettino era, they haven't proved any manager wrong for a long time. It's not new. Not new. I was saying, that's why I was nervous coming in today. I said to you in the pre-match build-up, I didn't think we were going to, see a performance from them today, or that they were going to come out and prove Conte wrong, because they have no balls. They have no balls. They're scared to play football, let alone come out and prove someone wrong who said something mean about them. They're weak.
Gutless.
Weak. The whole team stinks. Stinks of lack of leadership, lack of accountability. It's done. The season's over. It's finished.
For me, though, too, there's no defending Sonny with his performance today. I just am the guy that I think he has warranted another chance next season. I just stand that way, where I do think he's warranted another chance next season. I don't want to sell Sonny. I'd rather give him another chance for next season, but doesn't defend his performance. I agree. Doesn't defend his performance. I'm not going to try to. Loves Music says, why can we never go for the kill? The reason being, I think, is actually sort of what Sean had talked about. We're not actually a team that knows what we're doing. We're not a team that actually has any confidence in what we're doing. So even if we are given a break, even if we are given a leg up, we're not really a team that's confident enough to even take advantage of it. We're not even good enough to take advantage of it either. It's kind of a combination of the two. We're that shit that we can't even take advantage of these sort of gifts and these opportunities, but also we have no confidence in what we're doing, that even when we're given these sort of breaths or given these sort of legs up, we won't take them. We just won't.
This is what I was trying to tell people. We can sit here and blame tactics all you want. It's not tactics. I've tried pointing out after Southampton game. People just can't keep hold of the football. They get nervous, start giving it away. It's not tactics. We just get nervous and stop playing. When you're feeling the nerves and it's going through your legs and it's in your head, you start making these mistakes. All of a sudden, you give the ball away, and then we can't get it back. We end up, and when you don't have the hunger and desire to go and win it back, that's why we end up sitting back for long periods of times. It's not to do with tactics. It's because they can't keep the fucking football.
Dark Sun G, I know Davies isn't a good player, but if we had him, we could have held on, in my opinion. Also, if we had Royale, we could have held on as well. 3 center backs, 1 goalkeeper, 1 forward, 1 midfielder is a minimum this summer. Before I get on to your summer list there, Dark Sun G, I agree with you when it comes to maybe Ben Davies at left wing back, because we knew from the beginning Perisic and Longley are not a good combination for the two, and they can easily get skinned and cause troubles. The issue is, it felt like the moment that actually Longley came out of the team, we all of a sudden did look even worse defensively. Even though Longley hasn't been that great recently defensively, he's so much better on the ball than the rest of our center backs, that we actually do obviously look, I think, in my opinion, a bit more like a team that looks like they know what they're doing when Longley is on the ball than when Sanchez is on the ball. When Sanchez, Dyer, and Romero are there, it really is just, it's painful to watch them kind of passing it back between each other. Whereas when we have Longley and Romero together, there's at least some sense of, players that know what they're doing on the ball. It's just, I don't know. I think Ben Davies, he just brings more solidity than Perisic does, but this wasn't even the worst game at all, actually, by Perisic. This was probably one of his better games. Then again, he's just been dreadful this season, and he is still a liability defensively. I felt like he had a better first half. I think he was a lot better in the first half. In the second half, he definitely started to fade, I think, a lot more, and he did probably start to look like his old self, but it wasn't exactly, I would say, the worst match I've seen from Perisic. I've seen a lot worse from him. Sheffield would be an example.
We wouldn't have held on with Davies. He can't keep a ball out either. He gets just as nervous as these guys. He does. That's the reality. His weakest part of his game is on the football. We wouldn't have seen it out with him. No way.
I think with
No way.
Royale, I think
Deck.
I think Royale too. I think Pedro Porro is actually one of our better players on the day, Dark Sun G. As much as I do defend Emerson, like, I think Pedro Porro is one of the better players. So it's hard to consider taking him out. Maybe you play Emerson at center back because that's how useless our center backs are. But it's just, again, accounting for other players that can't do their own job. But for me, with Davies, I see where maybe it's coming from on the solidity department, where he can do both sides well, and he maybe makes more runs in behind than Perisic does. But like I said, it wasn't the worst match I've seen by far from Perisic. I've seen much worse from him. Three center backs, absolute must. It's more getting rid of three center backs. I say three center backs in, three center backs out is what needs to happen. Goalkeeper for sure, midfielder for sure, and left wing back, I think, too, Dark Sunji. I throw in a left wing back in there as well on that list, if you ask me, my friend. Big yourself up, brother. Let me see as well. I'm making sure I didn't miss one. I have Love's Music next. Let me make sure. Just give me a second here.
Yeah. The bottom dude is next. He says, Everton players wanted that 1 point more than our players wanted the 3 points. Which manager would want to manage these clowns? Spurs is a resort. Man, you're absolutely spot on. It is a resort. It is. The famous video of them coming out playing cricket. Then you hear them complaining about training methods under Poch, under Jose, under Conte, under Nuno. And I no doubt they'll find something to play for over these 10 games as well. It bloody is a resort. Look at the hotel they've got. Want to get away from the family? Grand, just go and stay there. You want to play a bit of golf? No problem. Bring the clubs. It's a fucking resort. And that's why we see what we do there. Look, I get Everton were hungry. They're fighting for their lives. Why are we not fighting for our lives to finish third? Improve on last season.
It was on them.
That's why everyone questions. How badly do we want to win? How badly, does Tottenham want to win? How badly do these players, how badly do they want to win? Where's the hunger? Where's the desire? And we keep getting the same answers. The fact that Everton wanted more than us, and then players are only after being called out, before the international break. Selfish, coward, spineless, weak. It's embarrassing. Never happened. Should never.
To bottom Duda too. Spurs is looking like a resort, and we kind of asked ourselves in the beginning of this day, in the beginning of this show, that everything. It was basically these players. It's on them. The onus is on them to get top four. We've decided to go with not a proven manager of any type. We've decided to basically go with an interim manager of some kind. They've gotten the manager that I guess the players wanted out of the door. It's time for them to prove that manager, Antonio Conte, wrong. They didn't prove him wrong at all. And any mean whatsoever did they prove him wrong. Antonio Conte was proven right after today. It looks like the players are on a beach. It looks like they're at the resort. They just want the season to end. And that's what's sad, is we're the ones that should want the season to end after the misery they put us through. But they have an opportunity here to still push for something and prove somebody wrong. but I guess they can't even do that. And that's how pathetic it is to Bottom Duda. And like I said, and like you probably brought up, there really is no reason to want to come to Spurs if you're a manager. The only reason you're coming to Spurs is, I guess, if you want an even harder job, and I guess if you want to be some sort of guardian angel for this team. But really, there's no reason anybody should want to come and manage these lot. Dark Sun G says, "I love how we use Lloris and all our players all are. I love how we use Lloris and all our players are all over the place. When we use Forster, we were mostly compact. Every time Lloris plays, these results seem to happen." Dave, does Lloris, and I brought this up in my very, very long video, and I absolutely believe it. Do you feel like Lloris is somebody that breathes, a little bit of nervousness and a bit of anxiety into the rest of the players? I absolutely think he does, because the moment he has a loose touch, the moment that he has maybe a bad save or he drops something unexpectedly, it just breeds even more nervousness and anxiety into the rest of the players, who already are very nervous, kind of Nelly type players anyway. So I think Hugo, that's part of the reason why he can't be captain. It's part of the reason why he can't be on the pitch, is because he makes other players nervous around him.
Yeah, no, 100% he does. Remember I was saying to you there last week, Jack, about you look at Hugo Lloris in the tunnel, pale white, sheepish, looks scared. You're anyone in that tunnel. You're going out with the same mindset, by the way, because that's your leader. Tonight there, where it was tough, you look round for your leader, grab people, start talking to them, wake them up, do whatever. What does Hugo Lloris do? A little clap like that and turns his back. Let's go, get on with the game. He's spot on. It breeds out into the rest of them, because they're all weak-minded. They're all standing up looking for their captain, and he's just there going like this.
Forster did make us stable. I agree with Adrian Parker. I see him putting that. Yeah, Forster brought us stability, Dark Sunji, and it was with him in possession. It was the fact that he probably as well wasn't, causing us, further sort of torture when we were being put under pressure. He just made life a bit simpler for us. He made life a bit easier for us. And also he made some of the more simple saves that Hugo also seems to struggle with at this moment in time too. It's just, I don't think it's a surprise at all to you and I, Dark Sunji, that the team all of a sudden looks so much more nervous. Loves Music says, Redknapp until the end of the season. Big confidence issues. This might sound crazy, Dave. I am actually, as much as I sort of tried to, a lot of people said it's not really possible to bring in a real manager for the rest of the season. One reason being, why would they come here right now? That's pretty valid. And then another reason too, do you really uproot sort of everything at this club for only 10 games when you still have top 4 to play for? I kind of understood that argument. I felt maybe taken aback, because originally I was very upset that we didn't bring in a manager right away. But now, Dave, I feel like if we are just talking about interim managers, I would bring in Redknapp. I would bring in Sherwood, actually, instead of this situation. I would bring in Tim Sherwood right now, actually. I'm not kidding.
Look, I get that.
It's just, I'm losing it. Stellini, this is bad. Seeing it in this sort of way was bad, look, Dave. It gives me no confidence for the future. I would bring in somebody like Sherwood or Redknapp. I would.
It's what I've been saying to people all week, but people have been having a go at me. When I've talked about Stellini, I told you should be concerned. I told you it was going to be the exact same as Antonio Conte. I told you it was from the Conte stable and everything seemed weird to me. And I told you it wasn't going to work. But everyone wanted to keep having a go at me, keep having a pop at me, right? And I bloody get that Conte got himself sacked. And we can sit here and go, yeah, look, did the club have time to react? Reality is they had an international break. They had an international break to react. This doesn't need a caretaker manager. This doesn't need high fives, play some YMCA, all this friendly shit. It doesn't need that. It needs a permanent manager. He can come in, use these last 10 games, right? I'll be honest. I'd rather throw these last 10 games away and use these 10 games for a manager to know what he wants, to know what he needs, what's out, what stays, this, that, and the other. Then experiment with the first few games of next season. Because that's what's going to happen. Yeah, you're going to have some preseason, but the reality is he's going to go into the season and there's going to be some teething problems over the first 5-10 games until we get it right. Use these games now. The season's already a write-off. We wanted a trophy. We wanted FA Cup. We bottled that. Bottled the League Cup with a nice draw with Nottingham Forest. Went out the Champions League with no fight. The season's over. Why not do it now? I told everyone this needs a permanent manager. Stellini's not your guy. And Mason's not the guy. We got no captain. If you had a captain or you had senior pros in the dressing room, you would get away with Stellini and Mason. But when you need a leader, you're not. It needs a permanent manager. You just got to write off the rest of this season and just let the new manager come in and use it as a trial error period up until the end.
Yeah, trial error. Pick yourself up, loves music. Feels like Stellini is.
Fucking get Ted Lasso on his assistant in.
Yeah, I agree with the outlet. The outlet says I'd take anybody, bring in Lasso. It just feels like it does need to be ripped up. It does need to be ripped up. And Spurs have missed yet again another opportunity to make the right decision. Loves music. Dark Sun G says Forster at least dives to save the ball. Lloris watches the ball, which I can't stand. I mean, Lloris doesn't know what a captain is. Forster from now on. Lloris has shown this whole season that he's not a captain. In North London Derby, Dark Sun G, he's made two huge errors that are completely his own fault and has decided to throw his arms up at his teammates and blame them for his own mistakes. So that alone doesn't make him a captain worth being the one for Tottenham Hotspur. But what I would say is, too, as good of a strike as it is from Michael Keane, I look at Lloris's body language from that. He sort of seemed to think that it was going wide. He didn't sort of his body language didn't act as if it was just something that just got screamed past him. His body language was more a guy watching it kind of, thinking it was going to go wide. Maybe it was more watching and hope, but I don't know. Like, it didn't seem like a strike that wasn't worth diving for. It didn't seem like a strike that was just blown right past him. It just seemed like a strike that he maybe just fancied going, a bit wide because it was hit with a bit of venom and he didn't really fancy diving for it.
Jack, you want 3 points. You actually move off the ground. You actually make an attempt, right? If you want to win a game, just so I'm not going crazy.
You can also it's also enough where you can just put two hands to it, Dave.
You don't just stand there and go like that. Ta-da! That's basically what he done. Ta-da! Look at that. If you want to win, you actually make an attempt. You make an attempt.
You can put two fists to it, Dave. It did look like something he could try.
How much does he get paid? He didn't even move.
Even if he missed it, Dave, if he made more of an effort for it, I think we would not probably sit here criticizing him. If he made an effort for it, I don't think we would criticize him. I think you're right, Dark Sunji. At least Forrester probably dives for it. I don't want to really get too much on Lloris's case for this one because he's made far worse errors this season. Like, I don't need to use this one as the best example, but it again makes you ask questions, because if he's not diving for it, you then start to ask yourself, like, was it really that great of a strike that it wasn't worth diving for? No, I'm with you there. Dark Sunji. And Forster, at least we all know, is so much better in possession. I'll say that again. Kay saying Daniel Levy is at fault. Bad management appointments equal a lack of vision. Players understand this and become lazy, leads to mistakes and laziness. It is probably the case that a lot of these players, Kay, have seen managers come and go, so they know that they're more likely to outlive the managers. A lot of these players, they seem to be well aware of that, and that seems to be a problem in itself. But with this moment in time, we need a new director of football. We need a new manager. We have to be able to somehow secure the futures of some of our better players. These are all footballing decisions that need to be made, footballing operational decisions at a very crisis sort of point here. And we can't get it wrong. And Daniel Levy, sadly, is the one that seems like he's going to be making these decisions. And let's be honest, he does the business side of things very, very well. But when it comes to the footballing operations, he has never really shown to be making the right decisions. And we need to get these decisions right on director of football, manager, and plenty more. And he's not have a proven track record to get it right. And that's going to put us in just further backwards. It's going to put us even more backwards, in my opinion.
Look, 100%. He takes a portion of the blame. Of course he does. He's the one that chooses to hire and fire. Somebody like look, Paratici and Conte may be a bit different, but Everton since the Champions League final, he's the one that's choosing to hire and fire people. He could have backed Poch, he didn't. He sacked them. He's got to take a bit of the blame for this. 100% he does. Like Jack says, businessman, fine. But
with the solutions that are need to be made for the future, he's not the right one to make those solutions.
I've said this before, Jack. I don't think he knows how to get us out of it. Like you look at it, he's relied on experienced footballing people. He handed more power to Paratici than what he gave Paul Mitchell and Steve Hitchen. Why? Because he doesn't know how to make the footballing decisions to get us out of it. He's lost. and he's relying on experienced footballing people that want to drain all your resources to win now, right? He's not relying on people that have a connection with the club, that's played with the club, or look to get any of them in advisory positions, that understand the fans, that understand what the fans want, that can advise them what's best for Tottenham. They don't have that. And that's where this has gone completely
Yeah.
haywire. And he's got to sort it out. Apparently he's hiding away. But he's the one that has to hire the director of football, that has to bring in a manager, that has to act in the transfer window early to sort this shit out. Because no one wants to go into next season not having a full squad ready to go. Nobody. So
And
there's
I
a lot
yeah.
to do, and he's got to come out of hiding. He's got to front it, and he's got to start getting people in place.
And I agree with K too when he says that this lack of vision from the top then sort of and when through also the managerial appointments, right? The managerial appointments are a reflection of the lack of vision from the top. That lack of vision from the managerial appointments and from the top leads to players probably not seeing any sort of direction, not seeing any sort of kind of future of any kind. So that it probably then breeds a little bit of laziness and a bit of sort of kind of mistakes, like you said, into the squad, into the culture. I think you're right, Kate. It comes from the top down, my friend. Spot on. The bottom Duda says trying to defend a lead is not wrong in itself. Milan did it for almost 180 minutes against us. Attacking wise, Everton had 6 shots on target versus R2. We are an absolute joke. The bottom Duda, I am not by any means, the most desperate for front foot attacking football. I can understand, defensive football. I can understand the the need for it. I can also understand why certain managers go about it that way. Just today, I think was just more just us being that terrible. I don't even know if we were trying to play that defensive. It just felt like we just couldn't even string 6 passes together against a 10-man side. I don't even know how much tactics really played a part in it. To the most part, I'm not expecting Stellini or Mason to be putting out tactical masterclasses. It's actually more on these players after they've gotten their manager sacked to try to prove him wrong and to try to show that they can make it work and that they can put in some decent performances. But if they can't even, no matter what system, no matter what formation, no matter what shape they're playing, if they can't string 6 passes together against a 10-man Everton side, I mean, doesn't matter what system they're playing, they're still going to look shit. I'm sorry.
It's not tactics. It's just the basics.
Yeah.
You don't execute the basics, you can't even execute tactics. It's not to do with tactics. It's just doing the basics of football. Yeah. You can't do it, or they either don't want to do it.
And 6 shots on target for Everton versus R2. We are a joke. There were some missed opportunities, though, at the same time. I think we could have had more shots on target that we just simply missed from missing. I think Kane had a chance. Sonny had a chance. Kane might have had another. Kulisexy at the very end there had his shot blocked. That definitely should have been on target. But it's not an excuse. I'm not making an excuse. Just saying we should have had even more due to also maybe some poor finishing as well.
Yeah. You give away the ball to as much as you do. That's why you sit back as much as we do.
Spot on.
You don't have the desire to go and win it back. That's why you can't be even deeper.
Dark G says, I played goalkeeper all through elementary, so I can see Larissa's problems more easily than in other positions. His aging curve came much sooner than expected. Next game, Forster has to play since it is Brighton. Brighton, a team that will press us very, very high up, and they're probably licking their lips seeing if Hugo is going to be picked again. Dark G, you're spot on. Forster has to play against Brighton because of how they will press us. And Forster is so much better at the ball at his feet, and they will find it a lot harder to make mistakes out of us with Forster than versus Hugo. Where I agree with you I'm not even an experienced head when it comes to judging goalkeepers, but I've always seen where the game is headed, and the game is headed where the goalkeeper is required to make touches. The goalkeeper, no matter whether you like it or not, teams will press you all the way to your goalkeeper. And even if your goalkeeper is a Nick Pope or somebody who's great saver, as long as he has moments where he is forced to make touches, they can make mistakes. I even just saw it the other day from Nick Pope. It's like he can have a fantastic game behind the net when it comes to making saves. But when you do ask him to make, a moment to make a good decision with his feet, he will put you under further pressure and he will make bad decisions. And it's just where the game is headed, where I do think the modern goalkeeper needs to be good with their feet. They have to be good at saving it as well. Don't get me wrong. They have to be good at saving it, but they need to be good with their feet. It's just how it is nowadays. I don't think you can get away with one without the other. And also when you're a guy like Hugo, the moment that shot stopping ability goes, Dark Sunji, your sort of level as a keeper tanks very, very hard because you can't make up for maybe your loss in shot stopping ability with being good with the ball at your feet, right? He's not good with the ball at his feet. He's not a sweeper keeper either, where he can rush out and be able to, sweep it up for us at times. He's just going to tank as a goalkeeper once that shot stopping ability goes. I agree with you. It just curves really badly the other direction. Whereas somebody like Fraser Forster, I actually think has more longevity to his game than Hugo does because he's better with the ball at his feet and he has more of a presence when it comes to set pieces and things like that. Fraser Forster, if you ask me, has probably more longevity to his game than Hugo does. I think Hugo, we're watching him dip very fast in front of our eyes.
Dark Song G, the little goalkeeper, man. Let me know if you're any good, brother. Big yourself up. Didn't know that about you. Let me know if you're any good, though. I do want to know that. And look, Norris plays against Brighton. We're in big trouble. I'll tell you now, I ain't looking forward to it because if I'm the Zerbi, I'll tell my team, first 20 minutes, just run at them like blue ass flies. Take that ball back and go straight at them. You could have the game over and done with just like that. I am nervous, especially if Reese plays. Big old Dark Song G, brother. Really appreciate the
Goalkeeping Dark Sunji. Love it.
God. Yeah, but let me know if you're any good. I am intrigued. I do want to know. Jacob Anderson, member for 14 months, elite member. Big up, Jacob. What an absolute legend, my man.
Appreciate your support.
14 months, nearly as long as Antonio Conte. 3 more months and you're there. He says, including today, Kane has rescued 26 points for Spurs this season just from his game-winning goals. It's going to get very scary when he is gone. Spurs would only be 4 points clear of relegation. Well, Jacob, I've been trying to say this. Stop being so quick to get rid of Kane and get in a hurry and having this big idea about it. Sounds great. We all know we have to get on without Kane in the future. But the reality is this, and this is exactly what I talk about. I've said it many times. Take Kane's goals out of the team. We're a relegation team. We had a conversation the other night. I was saying that, it's going to be so hard to fill. And you're not going to do it straight away either. And it's going to take a few years to fill that. And we shouldn't be so quick to look to rush and accelerate it.
Yeah.
We should. Even if this guy doesn't want to sign a new contract, keep him here next year. Keep him here.
Yeah.
Because there's no one else that's going to provide the goals or score the goals that he does. That's an alarming stat. Very fucking alarming, Jacob. And I hope more people actually take notice of that stat. That is bloody alarming. But it's the reality of where we're at right now. And that's the sad thing is, you take that world-class player out of your team, you go to a mid-table team. And like I said the other day, Jack, it changes up the managers that want that job. It's a different job with Kane. The hardest thing to do is put the ball in the back of the net. You've got a world-class player that does that 20-plus goals every single season, guaranteed.
This might be an exaggeration. Yeah, sorry, Dave. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you take that out. You got no goals, and you have that headache to try and find them, and your shit goes out the other end. It's all of a sudden, the managers will not want to come here.
I think this might be an exaggeration, but if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Kane has something like half our goals this season or whatever. So if you do take Kane out, you are taking away half your goals from this team because Sonny hasn't been able to hit the same goal scoring from last season. Means we have been even more reliant on Harry Kane. That's another thing I don't think people realize is because Sonny also hasn't been hitting the same heights that he did last season. We're even more reliant on Harry Kane. Kulusevski has been hitting the same heights as last season, even more reliant on Harry Kane then. Richarlison hasn't been able to hit sort of the figures that we need him to justify the 60 million. Then you're even more reliant on Harry Kane again. The players that probably have stepped up to help him out are what? Højbjerg and Bentancur are maybe the ones that have stepped up maybe more than expected to help him out in the goal department and the assist department. It's a concern. You're getting rid of half your goals. You're getting rid of basically half your production. And we have so many problems at Spurs that we need to fix. Don't make it harder on yourself by getting rid of Kane, in my opinion.
Spot on. And I just want to ask you a quick follow-up question on that, Jack. And I don't want anyone to tell me it's not true because this is true. When the whole Man City thing came about, fans were very, very quick to want to get rid of Kane. Okay, you might say you understand it, more based off emotion than what I would say is logic. But this time around, people are very quick to get rid of him again as well. Why are we so quick to implode ourselves to get rid of our best player?
I don't know if it's as much that people are as I feel like some people want to get rid of Kane still, but it's not as much as it was last season. I think actually more people, I would say, Dave, have come full circle, I think, on Harry Kane, because originally it did feel like to a lot of people, it felt like more of a betrayal with how it had gone before. I think a lot of people were seeing where Kane was coming from on it, but still it was a bit more divided on that sense. Now with how Spurs have gone about it and Kane sticking with us, picking himself up after the Nuno sacking and everything and showing that he can still do it under Conte. I think people now see that Harry Kane might have been
Jack,
right all along to maybe want to leave Spurs, and I think that's where it's kind of coming from. And I think a lot of fans have actually come more full
well, like
circle on Harry
we
Kane.
were having a debate the other
I
day.
feel like less people I'm seeing less people want to sell Harry Kane than maybe before is maybe what I'm
Mm,
trying to say.
I was going to say, I thought the comments were fairly mixed the other day when we were
Okay.
talking about Harry Kane on a debate show, and that's where my
Okay.
sort of my question comes from. It's like, there were you were seeing people commenting and saying, "Yeah, look, maybe we should let it go, Kane. It's time to move on." But like, when the whole team came around on Nuno, people wanted to get rid of him as well. I
Yeah.
just don't understand when we're so quick to get rid of this guy, because as soon as he's gone, all them same people are going to be sitting there going, "I wish we had someone like Harry."
Yeah, well, then they'll say like, "If only we had a striker to get us some goals," and it's like, well, we just sold, that guy that was going to be. I think that's what will happen. Is that's a bit of hindsight will come about.
I don't know if the outlet's serious or not, but apparently says Stellini slated the players during his interview. He done a Conte. Very interesting. I'll go and let's read what that all
After
is when I
playing
get it.
YMCA and trying to put his arm around their shoulders, maybe now he's had enough. The outlet, I guess the outlet has Stellini's now had enough. He's like, I tried to be nice guy with these guys, and they let me down again. It's, ugh. But Dark Sun G says Richie, Skip, Bentancur, Pierre Mahoybier, Cootie, Sun, Kane, Poro, Davies, Longley, Hill, Basuma, Udogi, Forster, Sar, Kulusevsky, and then Emerson Royale. Keep, sell, loan. Everyone else, we might be a top 3 team. What I would say, Dark Sun G, is all those guys you did mention, I would keep. Absolutely. I don't see a reason to get rid of any of them. But it's something I made up or something I brought up in the Parachichi video. As bad of a place as we are in right now, we aren't starting from complete scratch when it comes to the foundations of a team for the future. You do see a lot of people that we could use for the future with Bentancur, with Udogi, with the likes of Hill, with the likes of Kulusevsky, Romero. We have good players, I think, still for the future that are under the age of 25 that we can rebuild with. The problem is we just shouldn't be rebuilding with the players that we do have. The players that we do have, we should be pushing on. We shouldn't be thinking of it as sort of starting from scratch, starting from the beginning. But where I am thankful, actually, with some of the transfers that we've made from over the summer, from the January window, as well as also just from, I think, oh yeah, Pedro Porro, I've forgotten as well for the future, but also from the first summer with Parachichi, I do think we have players for the future, Dark Sunji, that if all hell breaks loose, if everything basically needs to be blown up, there are some players to build with. And I'm not saying that we're going to be a top 4 team right away with these sort of players, but there are players that I think a lot of teams would be happy to have because they are real talents for the future. And so at least we're not starting from completely scratch where like every single player is 30 above and you have no young talents to pick from or, build from. So at least I can say that if I were to be positive about something.
Fair play to you, Jack. At least you're trying. At least you're trying.
At least I'm trying. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the keep loan sell Dark Sundry. I actually am. It's probably going to be a bit of therapy to be able to do some of that keep loan sell, if you ask me, my friend. But then also Dark Sun G says, yeah, Royale meant to put him in there as well. Yeah. Dark Sun G says, wasn't Bentancur our second highest goal scorer before his injury? Or actually, no, he had something before that. He says, if it's Hugo, I can see Matoma and Marsh having a
Oh yeah,
field day.
yeah.
I just see the whole Brighton team having a field day. Whoever's up front, whether it's Ferguson, Welbeck, whoever is putting pressure on him, I expect them to score and I expect them to have a tap in. Actually, Hugo's also quite prone to abandon his net in certain situations too. So I could see it being a tap in Dark Sun G. And then I think as well, Dave, he had an answer for the goalkeeping. He
Yeah.
said, I did win 3 trophies when I played goalkeeper. One of these trophies was won after a penalty shootout, which I know Lloris can never do or hardly do. He is shocking when it comes to saving penalties as well, Darkson G. And he even had the audacity to make fun of, or as well as ridicule, I think, Emi Martinez for his own penalty saving style when he couldn't even make one a penalty save himself. But Dave, Darkson G, man behind the sticks.
Well done, my man. I thought you were a winner. You know, I had that in my mind. I thought you were a winner. I thought you would have been handy enough. Why'd you stop playing? Why'd you stop playing? Maybe we'll have that conversation the next day you're in here, my man, and we'll talk about why you stopped playing. Just intrigued to know, just to get to know you a little bit better. That's all, my man. But buzzing that you won some things. And big yourself up, brother. Big yourself up.
Let me know if also you agree, Darkson G, as well at some stage, for the next show, if, you're with me, where it's just like, even if you're a good shot stopper, where the game is headed, you need to be good with the ball with your feet. Maybe as a goalkeeper yourself, you can kind of see where I'm coming from with that. Just, I think the game is headed that way. You need to be good with the ball at your feet. Then he also says, wasn't Bentancur his second highest goal scorer before his injury? I wouldn't doubt that. And the point I was trying to show was, a lot of players that you expected to help out Harry Kane with the goals this season, Perisic, you look at Kulusevski, Sonny, Richarlison, all those guys, we all thought were going to chip in and help out Harry Kane. None of them have. Literally none of them have in any real way whatsoever. And it's actually been more Bentancur and Højbjerg that have been the ones that have more surprisingly helped them out. And that's where you ask yourself, why would you sell Harry Kane if the rest of the other players are underperforming? You look at Richarlison, like I said, Kulusevski, Sonny, all the rest of those guys are underperforming this season. So what's the rush to sell Harry Kane?
Do you know what you're missing? You're missing Bentancur's proactiveness about going and chasing the ball down and try and win it. Before he got injured, how many times did we see him just take off in the middle, chase, try and win it back? You're missing Bentancur's little passes between the lines. We're missing them. The composure in the midfield, completely missing it. You're absolutely spot on, my man. Absolutely spot on. Couldn't have said it better myself. He's a huge loss, brother.
Well, I think we're going to leave it there, though, everybody.
I just want to say quickly,
yes,
massive thank you to everyone who stayed with us this long. Peter Simmons, King Hoddle, Sil B, the Hotspur, Peter M, Neil Shafton, Adam Phillips, Perfect, the Hotspur, and Daniel Field, and Mitch Groves, the Owlad Heads, Paul Russell, the Dark Sun G. Massive thank you for staying with us this long, and Dave Jones as well.
Yeah, big yourself up, all of you, and really do appreciate you sticking with us post-match, pre-match, from going through the various emotions of this. Also, just watching yet again another disgusting game. Let's be honest. And then Dark Sunji says, "This is why I really miss Bentancur so much for his clutch goals. He did also pop up at the end of games with the goals. You are right." It feels like Højbjerg, too, maybe was a much better player when he had a guy like Bentancur next to him. Maybe it's starting to show that Højbjerg does need a player like Bentancur next to him to consistently put out better displays and be more of a commanding midfielder, because when he has somebody like Skip, he's starting to have his levels drop. And that's not blaming Skip by any means. I'm actually more just saying to Højbjerg, like, he needs to pull himself up by his own bootstraps and realize he needs to hold himself accountable. He can't just rely on a guy like Bentancur to get the best out of him. He needs to get the best out of himself. And yeah, I think we're starting to really miss Lolo at this moment in time. Darkson G, really are.
Yeah, no, big up. You really are. Just he might not even be fit in time for next season, on our medical and fitness department. So let's wait and see. And
Big up Dan Coys too.
With us as well. Beat yourselves up. But guys,
big up Dan.
Honestly, I can't talk about Tottenham anymore. They're bloody hurting my head. Thank you for everybody for today. Pre-match build up, the watch along, and the post-match. Myself and Jacko will be back here tomorrow. Plenty more content. Got a good show lined up Wednesday morning as well. That'll be putting out for you guys that you guys enjoyed last time we done. So plenty more to come from us. Everyone, go and get some sleep. Try and forget about Tottenham, and we'll all reconvene tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess. Come on, you Spurs, everybody.
Come on, you Spurs.
It's going to be a big week of digging into fixing Spurs again. Still find ourselves doing the same thing, fixing Spurs. But see you, everybody, for tomorrow. A lot of content still, no matter what. Come on.
Thank you for all your support today, guys. It's been incredible. See you back here tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one.
Everywhere we go.